Jim Reeland Ford. Alfano Motor Cars, Mercedes-Benz, Sprinter, and Chevrolet. Sunset Auto Center, Malahi Ford, Rio Vista Chevrolet, Arroyo Grande Chevrolet, and Toyota of San Luis Obispo. The Lompoc High School Athletics have brought in a variety of concessions for tonight, including Super Grill and Sassafras food trucks. Along with Coastal Cravings 805, a portion of the proceeds from the concession sales go directly to fund the Lompoc High School athletics programs.
Tonight's digital game program can be found online at centralcoastfca.org. The live stream link to the game can also be found on the same website, please. You can also catch highlights from tonight's game on our premier media sponsor, KSBY News, during the 10 o'clock and 11 p.m. sports broadcasts. The FCA would like to thank the following premier sponsors for their support of the Central Coast All-Star Classic: KSBY Channel 6, the Santa Ynez Band of Chumash Indians, Dignity Health Group, which includes French Hospital of San Luis Obispo, Arroyo Grande Community Hospital, and Marion Medical Center of Santa Maria. All proud sponsors of the annual FCA All-Star Football Classic.
The FCA would also like to thank the following trainers for their week-long commitment to the practices and tonight's All-Star game. Serving the North squad has been Archie Galinado from Templeton High School and Sal Bernal from Lompoc High School. Once again, thank you to all our medical volunteers for donating their time this week. Speaking of donating, the game cannot be played without uniforms. A special thank you to Tim Flores and John Gillette of BSN Sports for donating tonight's game jerseys and coaching polos for all our volunteers. Let's give them a great round of gratitude. Put your hands together.
This week, the players have been treated to an abundance of all-star swag and gifts. Each player received an official game day shirt and hat to wear to promote the game. These personalized game day shirts are graciously provided by SCTI of Santa Maria. The FCA All-Star Game is once again grateful to JC Trophy in Santa Maria and Valley Awards in Orchid. Each year, they have graciously provided players with the participation plaque. They also supply the Player of the Game and MVP awards that will be handed out at the end of tonight's contest.
Finally, a special thanks to Richie Photography for providing each player and coach with a free team photo to remember this special week-long event and being selected to play and coach in tonight's Central Coast All-Star Football Classic. The week-long festivities included plenty of food and fun for the players and coaches. The FCA All-Star Game is thankful for the following businesses for providing food for the various festivities leading up to tonight's contest. Olive Garden of San Luis Obispo and the Hitching Post 2 of Buellton for providing team meals for the players and coaches.
Speaking of team meals, At the end of the week-long set of practices, players and coaches enjoy a team meal prepared and served by the members of the local Los Padres Football Officials Association. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes provides each player and coach with the Competitor's Bible courtesy of annual sponsor Aqua Systems and owner Dana Nafzim. This Bible contains daily devotional scriptures and personal testimonies from many well-known professional and collegiate Christian athletes. We hope that as the players head off to college next year, that this gift will be their daily reminder to walk in faith and become the future leaders of this Central Coast community.
A special thank you to Cool Hand Luke's and the Sean Van Pelt family of Santa Maria for their generous support of the FCA All-Star Football Classic over the years. Cool Hand Luke's has continued to sponsor the VIP hospitality room and each year graciously donates the pre-game meals, players, coaches, cheerleaders, and special guests. Before the game, each FCA All-Star was presented a California State Assembly certificate of recognition by Assemblyman Jordan Cunningham, recognizing their individual and team performances throughout the years that led their selection to the game. Assemblyman Cunningham recognizes the tremendous effort and dedication required to reach this level and is proud to represent each of these athletes in the State Assembly. Finally, the FCA All-Star Committee would like to thank this week's guest speaker for tonight's pregame meal, Central Coast FCA Regional Director, Luke Lamas. Thank you for bringing a message of encouragement and inspiration to the coaches and players before tonight's contest. At this time, please direct your attention to the 50-yard line and welcome the cheerleaders for tonight's contest. The cheerleaders are under the direction of Coach Tori Lonnie from Paso Robles High School and Kendall Lopez from Lompoc High School. First, introducing the cheerleaders representing the San Luis Obispo County team from Paso Robles High School, Vanessa Espinosa. From Paso Robles High School, Sophia Molinix. From Paso Robles High School, Bella Druding. From Templeton High School, Sarah Barr. From Atascadero High School, Trista Loftus. And from Atascadero High School, Jackie Delgado.
The cheerleaders representing Northern Santa Barbara County team. From Lompoc High School, Yesenia Montelongo. From Lompoc High School, Tori Williams. From Lompoc High School, Sugar Gayton. From Lompoc High School, Melanie Nunez. From Lompoc High School, Madison Francis.
Let's give them a round of applause, everyone. Each year, the FCA All-Star Committee selects the honorary coach and officials to be recognized at the annual game. Tonight, the FCA All-Star Football Classic Planning Committee will recognize 2 new honorary coaches and 1 new honorary official for the game. These individuals are recognized for their years of service to the Central Coast High School football and their contribution to making our community strong.
If I can bring to your attention, on the sidelines at midfield are some of our past honorary officials. The Honorary Official Award is named after longtime Central Coast official Don Wilson. We would like to take a moment to thank these men wearing an honorary FCA All-Star jacket before inducting our newest recipient. Let's take a moment to recognize our past honorees with a round of applause. From 2011, Mr. John Iribaran. From 2012, From 2013, Mr. Jim Fox. From 2014, Mr. Guy Graham. From 2015, Mr. Jerry Mrezek. From 2016, Mr. Mike Ostini. From 2017, Alan Ashby. From 2018, Randy Schultz. And from 2019, Bobby Kennedy.
Now at midfield, please welcome our newest 2021 honorary official, Mr. Stan Dominguez. With Stan tonight are his wife, Cynthia, and son, Travis. Let's give a round of applause to Mr. Stan Dominguez, our 2021 honorary official. Stan Dominguez was a member of the Los Padres Football Official Association from 1975 through 2018. Stan worked 8 CIF SS championships, which included 2 at the referee position. In 2010, he was selected to officiate the Open Division state final between Servite and De La Salle. In 2015, Stan officiated the CIF SS Northern Division Final, a CIF State Southern Regional, and a CIF State Final Championship. Stan also officiated 12 years at the community college level. During these years, Stan officiated youth football, Babe Ruth baseball, high school boys and girls basketball, and high school baseball. Stan helped coach his sons, Justin and Travis, in Orchid Youth Football, Orchid Little League, and Babe Ruth baseball. Additionally, he coached his daughter, Carly, for 2 years when she played Orchid Youth Softball. Stan was born in Santa Maria, attended St. Mary's School, Santa Maria High School, Hancock College, and Cal Poly University. He played 4 years of high school football. During his senior year, he was a co-captain of the 1972 undefeated Northern League Saints football team that progressed to the CIF finals, where the team had their one and only loss, ending the season as a CIF SS3A runner-up. He went on to Hancock College, where he played 2 years on the football team. He took a few years off from school, married his high school sweetheart Cynthia, and then he was accepted into Cal Poly University, graduating with a degree in business. Stan was hired to the accountant with F.B. Gardner Engineering at Vandenberg Air Force Base. Stan and Cynthia has been married for 45 years, and they have 3 children, Carly, Justin, and Travis. This past spring, Carly blessed them with their first granddaughter. Cynthia and Stan are both retired and are very much ready to go out and about. Give it up for Stan Dominguez.
Presenting Mr. Dominguez with his 2021 Don Wilson Honorary Officials Plaque is our 2011 Honorary Official, Mr. John Iribarren.
And let's give it up one more time for Mr. Stan Dominguez as we honor him this evening.
We would like to remind fans that all high school venues are tobacco-free facilities, and nearby fans thank you in advance for your cooperation in this matter. The Lompoc Football Boosters provides a great deal of the funding for the football program. The Booster Club appreciates the support of the community and can use your help with all the events they will hold this next year. If you are interested in becoming a member of the Lompoc Football Booster Team, contact Russ Iribarren for more information on how you can become a member of our next year's Lompoc Football Booster Team. Please remember to visit the FCA tent at the southwest side of the stadium. They have FCA and game merchandise, plus car raffle tickets for sale. One blessed fan will win a $20,000 voucher for an automobile at one of tonight's Central Coast car dealership game sponsors. As the players for tonight's game prepare to be introduced, let me remind you to find a copy of the digital program for tonight's contest at centralcoastfca.org.
And now, introducing 2021 FCA All-Star Game, San Luis Obispo County and Santa Barbara County. Number 1, Ethan Arevalo, Paso Robles.
Number 1, Giovanni Garcia, Santa Maria.
Number 1 from Atascadero, Riley Ryan.
Number 1, Nepa Kiraski, Brigade.
And number 2, Atascadero, Chaz Morgan.
Number 2, Declan Pollins, Santa Ynez.
Number 2, Kevin Franco of Morro Bay.
Number 3, Alex Rodriguez, Santa Maria.
Number 3, Nico Abris, Arroyo Grande.
Number 5, Ben Reddle, Santa Ynez.
Number 4, Anthony Paramo, Arroyo Grande.
Number 7, Andrew Gaston, Lompoc.
Number 4, Ethan Wright, Paso Robles.
Number 7, Marcus Robledo, Pioneer Valley.
From Paso Robles, number 4, Seth Muro.
Number 9, Murad Alamari, Santa Maria.
Number 4, from Atascadero, Ajay Danner.
Number 9, Cam Prendergast, Santa Ynez.
And number 5, from Paso Robles, Devante Bailey.
Number 11, Flavio Gonzalez, Santa Maria.
From Templeton, number 6, Josh Berna.
Number 11, Tony Bonek, Cabrillo.
From Morro Bay, number 8, Gannon Campbell.
Number 11, Brock Marcus, San Jose.
San Ynez. And from Atascadero, number 8, Ed Werner.
Correction on number 11, Brock Marcus. That was St. Joe. Number 14, Arath Acosta, Pioneer Valley.
Number 9, from Morro Bay, Rafael Aguilar.
Number 19, Penny Callahan, Santa Ynez.
Number 9, Paso Robles, Bobby Conover.
Number 19, Matt Sims, Rigetti.
From Lepomo, number 11, Declan Coles.
And from Cabrillo, 21, Trey Robinson.
Number 13, from Templeton, Garrett Goodman.
And it's number 21, Alex Sutton from Orchid Academy. Come on.
From Paso Robles, number 17, Gabriel Tavares.
Number 21, Vincent Moran, Santa Ynez.
Number 18, Morro Bay, Aaron Baltalor.
Number 22, Robert Daniels, Lompoc.
From Paso Robles, number 21, Jacob Rivera.
Number 22, Gavin Gomez from Pioneer Valley.
Number 22, from Morro Bay, Hayden Brown.
Number 24, Adam Lazaro, Lompoc.
And from the Pomo, number 23, Keyshawn Pua.
Number 24, Logan Ast, Santa Ynez.
And number 28, from Arroyo Grande, AJ Farias.
Number 25, Elijah Perkins, Lompoc.
Number 30, from Templeton, Cody Blankenship.
Number 28, Gavin Towns, Lompoc.
Number 33, from Paso Robles, Jacob Lambeth.
Number 33, Brett Buress, St. Joe.
And number 35, from the Pomo, Victor Ortiz.
Number 34, Dylan Spies, St. Joe.
Number 35, Arroyo Grande, Russell Farrell.
Number 40, Anthony Reynoso, St. Joe.
Number 35, Morro Bay, Frankie Wobarn.
Number 40, Luke Guerrero, Rigetti.
Number 51, from Arroyo Grande, Karsten Solario.
Number 43, Martin Diaz, Santa Maria.
Number 54, in Arroyo Grande, Dusan Lewis.
Number 44, Abraham Villanueva, Orchid Academy.
Number 54, Justin Corelli, Templeton.
Number 44, Christian Shaw, Santa Ynez.
54, Justin Correll. Number 60, Marcelo Hurtado, Morro Bay.
Number 45, Sebastian Ramirez, St. Joe.
Number 62 from Atascadero, Eli Lopez.
Number 50, Malachi Fonseca, Lompoc.
Number 63 from Paso Robles, Gavin Hamamoto.
Number 54, Carlos Rosas, Pioneer Valley.
Number 68, Atascadero High School, Justin Hill.
Number 56, Ethan Porcho, Rigetti.
Number 69 from Paso Robles, Wesley Bennett.
Number 56, J.C. Gamble, St. Joe.
Number 70 from Arroyo Grande, Jazz Rose.
Number 61, Ryan Milanesa, St. Joe.
Number 75, Logan Rust from Morro Bay.
Number 64, Alexis Rodriguez, Santa Maria.
Number 75 from Templeton, Chase Richards.
Number 65, Aiden Sim, Santa Ynez.
Number 75, Thatcher Hamlin from Atascadero.
Number 66, Brian Soriano Rigetti.
Number 76 from Atascadero, Connor Bennett.
Number 74, Johnny Balaam, Lompoc.
Number 77, Brandon Young from Paso Robles.
Number 75, Jose Rodriguez, Santa Ynez.
Number 84 from Atascadero, Zach Brown.
Number 76, Michael Velasquez, Santa Maria. Number 77, Kyle Sok, Rigetti. Number 77, Max Steinman, St. Joe. Number 80, Jose Gonzalez, Santa Maria. 88, Dylan Leon, Pioneer Valley. Let's give it up, everybody.
Invited to join us on the home side because of our sound system inadequacies this afternoon. So if you'd like to join us on this side, we would invite you to come and join us and enjoy the game from the home side. Thank you, and sorry for the inconvenience.
Once again, for those of you who are at the visitor side, you're welcome to join us over here on the home side. Not only will you enjoy a better sound quality, but the sun will be behind you, and you can enjoy watching the game without having that sun directly in your face. Come on.
Welcome to the Central Coast FCA 10th Annual Football Classic, or as I like to call it, extravaganza. We got all
extravaganza. That's a new one, Brian.
we got all the students, all the senior students that have played an excellent amount of football this spring. This feels odd saying that, Stephen Hodges. I'm Brian Stanley, by the way, joining you from Slowpoke Sports and Prep Sports Network and all around the Central Coast to bring you this wonderful FCA presentation of the senior class of 2020-2021 and all their accolades coming to fruition after their senior year has come to conclusion. We are live from Huyck Stadium here in the beautiful city of Lompoc, and we are minutes away. Let's see. We are 15 minutes away, roughly, from kickoff of this action. We just had our introductions. And
yeah, great to be here at
Yeah,
Huyck
sorry.
Stadium. The
I was listening to
stadium-
the announcer, and I got caught up there. Sorry.
The stadium, so nice. Teams claimed it twice, both the home for the Braves and the Conquistadors. Of course, Cabrillo just up the road in the village, and Lompoc High School well, right behind us. And we're going to see a lot of good football here. All the top players that are finishing up their high school careers came down here to Lompoc. And as always, it's going to be SLO County versus Santa Barbara County, best on best, and going to be one for the ages.
I am looking around. It is a beautifully redone field. They went from grass to synthetic turf. I only wish they had upgraded the scoreboard or at least replaced some lights in it. Because
nothing's wrong with it. It shows the score. What more do you need? The field surface is impeccable now. No logo, of course, as we said. It's a shared field, so you can't really put anyone's high school logo there. But outside of that, flawless. I was down at the field level earlier. Fantastic turf work. It's going to be a landmark for time to come.
Yeah, just have to maintain it. And that is the key to these fields, maintaining them. And Lompoc did get to play on it all season long, and so did Cabrillo High School. So this isn't the first game on this field, but this is the first all-star game on this field, marking it at the 10th annual festivities here in the beautiful city of Lompoc, the Valley of Flowers. They continue to do introductions down on the field.
For a great event. But before we begin with some more of the festivities tonight,
And
we actually want to start by taking a moment of silence.
we're going to go ahead and join them, Stephen,
Yeah.
in this moment of
a
silence.
Moment of silence. We're going to go and take a
Close to
quick
this game
flight.
who lost their life this past year. Specifically, Mark Gross, who's one of our founding committee members, Danny Ellington Jr., one of our honorary coach's sons, and Bill Brown, who was also a huge volunteer and a very influential coach and official volunteer in the community. So if you wouldn't mind, moment of silence. Recognize that many of us here have lost people this year. It's been a challenging year. It's been a lot of loss even for our country. And we were just so glad that we were able to host this game tonight. So can we put our hands together for Lompoc High School, who's allowed us to be here. It's my honor to recognize two players who have been a part of this game. First, Ethan Arevalo, who's a wide receiver from Paso Robles High School. He's going to do our welcome. And then also Christian Shaw, who's a middle linebacker from San Ynez High School. Here's Ethan.
All right, thanks, Luke. Welcome, everyone, to the 10th Annual FCA All-Star Game. First and foremost, I'd just like to thank you guys for all being here. I'd also like to thank our sponsors for just making this all happen, and also our family members for just having our support through this whole journey. All right, I'd like to pass the mic to Christian Shaw for opening prayer.
Yeah, so if you guys could take your hats off and please bow your head in prayer with me. Dear Father God, above all else, we just want to give you thanks for this event and for gathering us all here today in the name of your glory, God. It's just amazing that you give so much power to these athletes and these people to gather here today. And so please keep everybody on this field safe. And please have this be a really competitive and a fun environment. And above all, help us through our gameplay glorify you and remember that in our daily lives. So please, God, just protect us all again, and I'll go to you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Let's give it up. A big round of applause for two of our future Central Coast leaders.
Welcome back to the FCA All-Star Game here on the Central Coast, live from Santa Barbara, California. Excuse me, Lompoc, California, in the beautiful county of Santa Barbara. And The Space Force is going to be represented right now from Vandenberg Space Force Base, a valuable part of the community of Lompoc.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night, come on, that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yeah, wave? The land of the brave and the home of the brave.
Mr. Swanson, Paul Allen Swanson.
And Steven, that's what I call play ball. That was a very passionate rendition of the Star Spangled Banner by Mr. Swanson, Paul Swanson there, doing a great job. Probably the most passionate rendition I've heard at a high school sporting event in some time.
Well, certainly a memorable one for me because this is the first time I saw a presentation of the colors by the Guardians of the Space Force. Of course, Vandenberg now a Space Force base. I've never, seen members of the Space Force before, so it's exciting for me.
That is, technically, this is a first for me as well in uniform, seeing Space Force members in uniform. A first for me as well. You, on our drive down Highway 1, you would notice the new signage of the Vandenberg Space Force base. It feels weird saying that because it's been Air Force Base for our life. And joining us now is the director of the FCA. Would you like to introduce him, Stephen?
It's Luke Lamas, of course. We're going to go ahead and switch some things around so we can get that on camera. How you doing today? Are you joining us today, Luke? What's up? Yeah. Luke Lamas of the FCA joining us right now. Luke, 10th anniversary of the FCA All-Star Game Football Classic. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, we are just really so thrilled that we're able to do this game this year in light of COVID and everything else. Thank you so much for everybody that's tuning in live with us through the live stream tonight or watching this after the fact. We're just thrilled to be able to do this game for the community, for the players, for everyone that's involved. It's the 10-year anniversary, so we've been doing this game for a long time now. And it's created a lot of legacy to honor various coaches, to showcase a lot of athletes through FCA. We get to talk about our core values of integrity, serving, teamwork, and excellence, and our mission, vision as an organization. And it's really a blessing that it's all come together. We got great weather, a little bit of wind, but not bad, and just a great group of players. So we just had the national anthem, and we're really excited for the game to get underway. We've got a lot of incredible sponsors that make this game possible. Dignity Health is a huge one of them through their 3 local hospitals in Central Coast. The San Ynez Band of Chumash Indians, their foundation, is a premier sponsor from the beginning, along with Dignity Health, and then also KSBY News is an incredible media sponsor that's been honoring all the players through the player announcements, and a lot of other things have been taking place. So we're just so thankful for them, as well as all of the car dealerships that make this game possible and allow us to raffle off a $20,000 voucher towards a new car at halftime. So we're excited to give away a new car tonight. We'll see who the winner is, whether they're present here with us, or somebody that wins it from who bought a ticket away from the area. But yeah, that's a lot of fun. And what that does is it allows the schools to give away or sell raffle tickets in the community, and they get to keep 100% of the proceeds. So in the previous 9 years of the game, this event has raised $1.3 million for local high schools on the Central Coast to get them the equipment that they need to be safe and look good and just have a great experience during their high school career. So super thankful for you guys, Ben, Steven, being out here and doing this live stream for us. First time we've done a live stream. We hope to do it, every year into the future. No, I don't know if you guys no commitment yet, but hey, that'd be awesome to have you back to help us again in the future. But yeah, again, thanks for tuning in and supporting this All-Star game.
Well, Luke, it looks like we're getting ready for kickoff down there, so we're going to go ahead and join the players on the field of play.
All right.
Thanks for coming and joining us.
Have to take that headset back because I have to take control of this broadcast. And I just like to say, I'm not going to tell them this directly. You'll hear it on the replay. I'm always down to call some football.
That's the secret. When you love football, it's always football season, even when we're in the middle of June, almost July.
So as we get underway here in the opening frame of this 10th annual Central Coast FCA All-Star Extravaganza, our South team, Northern Santa Barbara County, wearing blue, dark blue. Our North team, San Luis Obispo County, wearing white. All players wearing their respective school helmets. And kicking off, leading this contest is going to be Northern Santa Barbara County, or as we will be referring to them, the South team.
Yeah, probably going between the two if we're going to be honest with ourselves here. Yeah, the Southern team, the Santa Barbara team, however you want to call them, in the dark blue Navy jerseys.
Let's stand up. Let's give a round of applause and stand up and cheer our team.
And we are underway with the kickoff from Favio Gonzalez, or excuse me, Brock Marcius.
Yeah,
Marcus. Excuse me, I apologize.
It's going to be a little bit tough. If this is your first time watching the FCA All-Star
Marcus.
game, we have several duplicate numbers. Way to track which player is which by the color of their helmets, and also for Santa Barbara County by the color of the pants.
Oh, there we go. I did not notice that as we are underway here. The North getting started from their own 49-yard line. The handoff going to Josh Berna of Templeton.
Josh Berna was one of that 1-2 punch up in Templeton this year. Has been for quite a bit of time now, so it's great to see him getting some play time here in the senior game. Fantastic running back, really great between the tackles, and has that shiftiness that you look for that zone run capability. A lot of admiration for Josh Berna. He's just a wonderful running back.
And that loss of 1 for Berna brings up a 2nd and 2 for San Luis Obispo County. Under center for the North is going to be Kevin Franco, and he rolls out to his left. That pass complete to, that's going to be Chaz Morgan with the completion. The 2-to-2 connection.
Yeah, great example of a play that's not normally legal in your average game. 2-to-2, and it is thrown by Kevin Franco. Fun thing about Kevin Franco, he might be one of the few guys considered for quarterback that didn't play the majority of snaps at quarterback his senior year. Really an all-around athlete from Morro Bay. He spent a lot of time at wide receiver and defensive back.
Working on a 3rd and 4. Handoff up the middle. They're going to be short of that yardage.
Yeah, going to bring up a 4th and short here, but with the veritable weapons that St. Louis County has at the disposal of the Northern team, you got to imagine they're going for it, especially here early. You know, Santa Barbara County's taking their chances with an onside. You got to take your chance with a 4th and 1.
Ball spotted at the 42 of the South. Working from under center, steps back, hands it off, and going up the middle
Chaz Morgan.
Chaz Morgan with that handoff. We're going to take the assist from the public address announcer. And that's a turnover on downs as the South defense holds strong.
A little surprised they didn't even measure it there. That looks real close from where I'm sitting, but they got a better eye on it than I do. I thought that Chaz Morgan fell just forward enough to pick up that first down. Obviously, referee crew that's quite accomplished here today. Chuck Hare, the head referee today, disagreed.
That drive, 4 plays, 9 yards. So it goes to the South. And under center, as I predicted, he ran out with the ball on the introduction. Bennett Riddell from San Ynez hands off to a familiar face, Logan Ast.
Logan Ast, the Slowpoke Sports MVP of the area, going all the way from Lompoc all the way to Slow County. Logan Ast had a fantastic season this last year, broke many school records in an abbreviated year. He plays wide receiver, he plays defense. Here we see him doing his most comfortable role, just running up the middle as a running back.
Bennett Riddell working with 2 backs in the backfield, receiver to each side. Hands off up the middle, ball comes loose. And we're going to have a turnover on this one. Ball's going back to the north.
Looked like his Dylan Spies potentially, or perhaps a Brett Burris, is a St. Joe running back that turned that ball over there, just got stood up at the line of scrimmage and it squirted on out. No video replay will help you there. The very clear fumble. Fantastic job by Slow County, causing a quick change of hands there.
And the big man working at center from Paso Robles, Wesley Bennett, gets the snap off, hands it off to Berna. And Berna gets outside for a gain of 2.
One of the things I love about All-Star games is when you get rivals connecting there. There we see Morro Bay and Templeton coming together. Kevin Franco giving it off to Josh Berna on the handoff. Josh Berna able to get outside, get a few yards. As we said, this is a guy that likes to get straight forward, so it's a surprise to see him on that kind of a arcing route as the running back.
Another run play here. Plenty of options and taken down in the backfield. That's going to be a loss of 3. Going nowhere is Victor Ortiz from Napomo.
Yeah, they seem to be trying to get a lot of that side-to-side action. There's a lot of traffic in the middle. Santa Barbara County very well equipped on the defensive line. There's not been much room to move between the tackles. You got to give the D-line down their credit. They're big guys and they're taking up a lot of space. In particular, Max Stenman from St. Joe.
5 run plays, only 1 yard gained out of it. And he rolls out as Franco to his right, looking for a receiver. That one goes long into the northern Santa Barbara County sideline.
There you see it again. This was actually caused by Max Stenman. Even though the rush came from a different player, looks like it's Dylan Spies on the rush. Max Stenman was able to take up 3 blocks up front. He indented the offensive line, allowing the blocking to completely fall apart. What a player in Max Stenman, and what a blessing St. Joe had up front as both those players coming from the Knights program.
4th down. Here comes the punt unit, and the punt is off. This one gets tipped, and that one's not going to go very far in favor of the North, and it is recovered at the 48 of the South by Brett Burris.
Both teams taking a little bit of time to get used to the flow of this game. You started off with an onside kick that turned into a quick 3 and out, or rather 4 and out turnover on downs. Brett Burris had the fumble. Now Slow County has a tipped punt. We're really spending a lot of time between the 40s here to start this game. Not something you typically see in a football game.
Correction, downing that punt was Jacob Lambeth. Bennett Riddell under center. Quarterback for Santa Ynez, and we have a encroachment on the defense, you think?
Yeah, probably is going to be my best guess, as that's definitely going to be the case. And in high school, you do not need contact, just need to jump off sides, and you don't get the chance to come back like you do in the pros or in, it's college. You jump, you're done.
5-yard penalty brings up 1st and 5 for the South. Big Blue goes up the middle. The handoff from Riddell And that gains 3 yards as Logan Ash carries that one for the South. A familiar connection between those two.
And it looks like we're going to be seeing a good rotation of running backs for the Santa Barbara County, and I see no reason why not. Here we got Kadesi Nepa, another one of the top running backs in the league coming in here, and he's a just fantastic athlete, all-around player.
Dale steps back, winds up that arm, throws it downfield, overthrows his target, intended target.
Elijah Perkins.
Yeah, Elijah Perkins there. He's one of the – everyone wanted to talk about Kalen Daniels from Lompoc. Fantastic wide receiver. You're absolutely correct to do so. Perkins, all-around athlete, basketball player, great wideout, great complimentary piece to Kalen Daniels. He was very impactful on his own. You look at what Perkins was able to do this year in an abbreviated year, 6 receptions, 119 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Receiver to each side, hands it off to Nepa. Nepa waves his way up the middle before he's taken down after gaining the first down.
Great highlight of what Nepa is able to do. Quick change of direction, is able to keep his hips low and change side to side very quickly. And Kadesi Nepa is a guy that I fully expect to see working on Saturdays here very soon.
And that was an 11-yard gain for the Rigetti Warrior. Handoff once again to Nepa. Nepa looking to use his speed, spins through the first tackle, and he gets a nice gain of 8 yards.
I didn't see who the left tackle was there, but he gave a great run line for Nepa. Nepa was able to get to that second gear while the ball was just in his hands. He's able to get up to speed quite quickly. So you get that first initial block, you're going to be given a lot of room for a very dangerous running back.
They give him a friendly 9. 2nd and 1 here. Nepa takes the handoff once again, tries to get his way out to the left, does gain the first down, runs through the first tackle, still on his feet, finally pulled down to the ground. Forward progress is going to benefit him strongly, and that's another 9-yard pickup. Back-to-back 9-yard pickups. Nepa alone in the last 3 carries, 29 yards.
Tell you what, say what you will about Kadesi's size, but he just took on Brandon Young from Paso head on head. Brandon Young, a large defensive lineman from the Bearcats. We know how big they get up there. No fear from Nepa. Just took it on and got that extra yardage.
1st and 10 from the South, from the 17 of the North. The South is rising again. All puns intended. And the South taken down at the 15-yard line with the carry.
Yeah, Justin Currell on that tackle from the looks of it. Could have also been, no, that's Currell. That's a Templeton helmet, all right. Sean Lewis also out there with 54 today. And I tell you what, right now, the thing that's working so well for Northern Santa Barbara County is that concept of just rotating your running backs to keep them fresh and finding where you can get that room up front. The front 7 for SLO County is fighting hard, but boys are a great push by Santa Barbara.
In the backfield, as Riddell rolls out. I was going to say looking for Adam Lazaro, that Lompoc defensive lineman and I guess fullback.
Yeah, Adam Lazaro here coming in at fullback in that little leak route. And this is one of those that as an offensive coordinator, you look at your fullback and you say, you're going to get one of these. This is the one that you get. You do a great job blocking. We're going to put the ball on your hands maybe once or twice a game. So you know Lazaro is going back to the bench, just shake his head saying, man, that was the one.
Yeah. He had some room in front of him if he just could have caught it. He's still in there. The 24-24 connection. Asked Lazaro in the backfield. Riddell winds up his arm, throws it into the corner, connects, touchdown, South. Elijah Perkins, Lompoc.
Elijah Perkins just finding the empty space in the end zone, gets his hands out and hauls that one in from Bennett Riddell. What a combo we had. They had that near miss earlier in the drive, but looks like there could be something bringing this back.
They're going to bring it back. Not sure what happened there.
They're going to say it's an incomplete pass. That touched the nose of the ball, touched the ground, and that would be what it'd take to call that no good. So we're going to see the kicking unit come out.
Kicking unit out on the field. I got a little excited there.
Arthur Costa's coming in. He was 5 for 7 of the PATs, did not attempt a field goal this year for the Panthers.
Bad snap. Ball picked up by Alex Sutton, who scrambles, tried to make something with it, cannot. And we have a turnover on downs going back to the North. Now the North holds again, not allowing the South to get much offensive going after showing some spark.
Well, when you're on defense and you're starting with either your back already in your own territory or close to it, as it was the case here, you know you got a big task in front of you. And the Northern team stood strong and got the ball back. Got to give a little bit of credit to Santa Barbara, though. They were moving the ball well.
Berna in the backfield. Morgan in the backfield as well as Franco under center. Kevin Franco from Morro Bay running the offense. Hands it off to Chaz Morgan. And Chaz Morgan gains a couple yards up the middle.
You know, just say a little bit more about Kevin Franco, the quarterback for the North today. You hear Coach Goosen Brown talk about this guy. He's the toughest guy that he's seen around in a bit, and he thinks that he's one of the best athletes to ever come out of the halls of Morro Bay. Just a fantastic leader on the field, and I can back him up on that. I saw his game against Mission Prep. It was wonderful.
Hand off to Morgan once again. Oh, keeper with the option to Berna, and Berna trying to find some room on the outside as he wiggles to his left and cannot go anywhere. No gain.
Yeah, this offense just isn't working quite yet for the North. They've been just getting out-contained. This defense is doing a great job up the center, and when they try the edges, just the defensive backs, linebacking core, not giving them anywhere to put their foot down and get upfield. So it's resulting in a lot of just spinning wheels so far for the North.
Declan Cole's checking in. Slot receiver on the far side from Napomo High School. Working from the shotgun. Franco steps back, rolls up the middle, finds some room before he is closed in on by the defense and taken down at the 25.
Good quick read by Franco. Just unfortunately there wasn't room to get upfield and get that first down. He just fell just short. It's no fault of his own. It's just that Santa Barbara defense is stern and kept him from getting to the chains.
4th and 1 for the North. San Luis Obispo's punt unit back out. Back to receive this one for the South, Nepa. The ball gets into Nepa's hands. He fumbles it, able to recover. We do have a flag on the play as Nepa is chased down. Escapes one more tackle, and he is a slippery guy out there.
You know, you don't want to pigeonhole guys too much when we talk about him, but Kadese Nepa is very much an evasive type of running back. He's the type of guy that can make things happen when nothing appears in front of him. Here he muffs the punt, has guys all around him, still able to make positive yardage happen from where he originally caught the ball. So it looks like illegal substitution happening on the defense. The yardage will result in a first down for the North. So not so fast Santa Barbara offense. It's going to be a little bit longer before you can get on the field.
The fancy footwork of Nepa goes to waste.
You know, it's like a work of art, right? It never quite goes to waste. As long as we appreciate it and what we take from that, that's enough.
It will forever be interned in YouTube.
And in our minds. In the meantime, we get to see the running backs for the North come back out. We've seen Josh Berna do a little bit of work. I'd like to see him get the ball in his hands a little bit more and see, you know, Kevin Franco had a really good rush there at the end. I'd like to see what he can do more as quarterback going forward. And, you know.
While we wait for action to get underway, I'm Brian Stanley. This is Stephen Hodges. You can follow us variously on Twitter. Stanley on Sports. For myself, Slowpoke Sports for Stephen Hodges. Don't forget you can follow Central Coast FCA at Central Coast FCA on Twitter. Kevin Franco working from under center, gets a fresh set of downs following that defensive penalty on the south. Hands it off up the middle to Morgan, and Morgan gets stuffed in the backfield and doing the stuffing.
Sebastian Ramirez, St. Joe with the hit.
There we go. I was looking on the wrong side. Sebastian Ramirez, St. Joe. I keep looking on the wrong side of the roster. I'm not used to this one.
A little bit of a different format, but Romero definitely got upfield fast, and Metch has Morgan at the line of scrimmage. Not so easy with the large Greyhound coming downhill at you.
So stuffed at the line of scrimmage, no gain. Fumble on the play. Able to fall on top of it is the quarterback.
Only a couple of weeks of practice for these all-star teams, and that's where that kind of falls apart. That mesh concept that you have in a triple option, which is what the North is running, wasn't part of Kevin Franco's offense at Morro Bay. They ran more of an open spread look. So to get that kind of communication between him and Josh Burnham didn't seem to really mesh there. But hopefully give them another chance. I think they'll do it.
Hey, it's not like they were off from football for 8 months.
I mean, fair.
just
only 3 this time.
Yeah, it's only 3 months. Still, you're right. Different offenses. You have to adjust. Did a great job getting on the ball as he works back from the shotgun, rolls out to his left to avoid the sack, and he gets out of bounds. Do they give him any forward yardage? 1 yard on that carry.
You know, give the blindside tackle there, Logan Russ, a little bit of credit. Really opened up the field for Kevin Franco to get out of the pocket. He's under a lot of pressure there, but ended up getting a great block. Logan Russ there at left tackle. So, fortunately, still 4th down. Still going to have to punt this one away, but you got to give it to the big guys when you can give it to them.
And we may have another flag on the field as the defense looks discoordinated. That punt will step out of bounds inside the 35-yard line.
Tell you what, the referee crew is getting a lot of work out here when it's a special teams like this, and they got to get behind the correct team. You got to get a little bit of cardio going. They're going with an illegal substitution, then flipping back around to the actual punt. So, you know, getting a little bit of work out there as Santa Barbara County comes back on the ball. Last time they almost got to the end zone, ended up being just short as the ball hit the ground as it was caught. And then a muffed snap ended up being a turnover on down. So here we get another look at this team.
Hand off to Ast. He's finding some room out on his left side. Runs through 1 tackle. Is dragged down by 2 defenders before gaining the 1st down.
Out there on the perimeter, Alex Rodriguez really getting some blocks going, helping extend that Logan Ast rush just a little bit further. What's asked of a wide receiver? You always think of the route running, the speed, the hands. Well, here you got to use your hands to get a little bit of physicality. The biggest thing of any team member, any position, be a good teammate first. Alex Rodriguez was that teammate for Logan Ast. It's going to be 1st and 10 here from the 45 for Santa Barbara County.
And the handoff from Riddell to Ast once again. And he is stuffed by multiple defenders at the same time as they give him a half a yard.
Gabriel Tabarez of Paso coming in off the defensive edge to grab Logan Ast and bring him down. Not many people able to slow down Logan Ast this year. Not that we've given the full stats for him, but quite an impressive resume this season. We'll get to that here in just a second.
Quite an impressive resume this season in a short season, by the way. Handoff, faked, step back, the throw, down deep, wide open, not. I was going to say wide open. He was not wide open. He had 2 defenders on him. That pass falls incomplete.
Gavin Towns, the wide receiver out there, just shy of a big play. What a great job by Towns to find himself in the open space with a chance to make a play on that ball. Touchback on Logan Ast. Abbreviated season this year, 90 carries, 726 yards, 10 touchdowns, 18 receptions, 338 yards, 12 touchdowns through the air. You get this guy in open space, it's going to be trouble. One of the best San Ynez Pirates I've seen in decades.
Steven, I think I have the vision of a bad official. Third and 9 for the South. We are scoreless here as the first quarter winds down, and that pass is complete out to the right side for Riddell. And I completed to Logan Ast, I believe that was.
If I was scoring that, I'm pretty sure that was Gavin Towns out there on that outside.
I will take that for the win.
And tell you what, that levels concept where you got several people on the same side of the field about 10 yards apart, it's been working real well for Santa Barbara County. We had a near miss earlier. Gavin Towns here making it work after he had the drop on the last play. Going to be 4th and short.
Number 11, Combs with
Towns here on the near side. 2 running backs in the backfield. 3, correction, the handoff. And that handoff goes to Brett Burris of St. Joseph. And he gains enough for the first down, a 6-yard pickup.
Quarter.
And the end of the first quarter, we are scoreless. San Luis Obispo County, 0. The host team, Northern Santa Barbara County, 0. And
the FCA would like to thank the following silver for their support. The Hitching Post 2 in Buellton, the Cusack family, Hub Incorporated, and Mr. Joel Byers, JC Trophies and Valley Awards, SCCI, Spice Construction Company Incorporated, the All.
welcome back to the 10th annual Central Coast FCA All-Star Extravaganza Classic. We'll just keep adding to it, Steven. Getting underway here in the second quarter. We are scoreless, 0-0 between the San Luis Obispo County team and the Northern Santa Barbara County team. The North wearing the white, the South wearing the blue. The South with the ball, and we had a quarterback change in the South.
It's Marud Alamari coming in for the Southern quarterback. Brett Burris on the carry there. And you're seeing what made St. Joe's rush offense so dangerous. Between him and Darian Langley, these guys were unstoppable all year, leading St. Joe to an undefeated season and almost unchallenged, according to some people. They were dominant in the Mountain League, the top league on the Central Coast, and guys like Brett Burris are a major reason why.
Alamari coming from my alma mater, Santa Maria High School, working from under center. Rolls out, passes off to his right side. That pass complete. Lazaro. And Lazaro gets enough for the first down, a big gain inside the 20.
Adam Lazaro getting that same little leak concept where the fullback's just going to disappear off to one side. He's got wide receivers above him to kind of distract the linebackers and DBs, and Lazaro just gets the ball in his hands and has a lot of open field. Fantastic job blocking downfield as well. That has Gavin Towns on the block for his fullback.
First down, Santa Barbara County.
Hand off to Nepa up the middle. The Santa Maria to Rigetti connection. Nepa pushing his way inside the 5-yard line. Kadasi Nepa putting in work here.
Yeah, the public schools showing what they can do in Santa Maria. Santa Maria and Rigetti right there, the two most populated public schools combining for a very big gain. They get him down near the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised to see Brett Burris or one of the larger running backs, but Nepa staying in. We could be seeing a small guy make a jump.
Alamari under center, one back with him, and he hands it off to Nepa. Nepa goes in for the touchdown. The South is on the board.
Narrow miss there by the defense. Made a couple moves and then just into the end zone was Nepa. And we talked about his change of direction, and we talked about his straight line speed. Showed it all off and not a lot of room there. That Warrior, one to remember.
And we're looking for the extra point now. Make this a 7-point ball game. Early here in the second quarter. It looks like it's 10:46 on that clock up there. I'm having trouble reading it from my angle. And they're going to go for two. And Nepa bobbles it, but still on his feet before taking down in the backfield. 2-point conversion, no good. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick break here. The South leads the North 6-0 early in the second quarter. Central Coast FCA All-Star Game. Welcome back to the FCA Central Coast All-Star Extravaganza Football Hootenanny. We're coming up with a good name for it. I'm Brian
Stanley.
Stanley.
It's a good name already. It's the FCA All-Star Classic.
It is a beautiful name.
I appreciate the rebranding efforts.
I'm just having a little fun here today, as it is an all-star game. We can loosen the tie just a hair, Stephen. I'm Brian Stanley, joining me, Stephen Hodges, as we are here in the midst of the early action of the second quarter. The South leads the North 6-0 following a Kadesi Nepa 3-yard touchdown run. And then he was unable to convert the 2-point conversion as he bobbled the handoff and then was taken down in the backfield before able to regain his positioning on the field. And here's the kickoff as we're back underway here. And here's the return from the North, trying to work their way past the 20, and they do. And the North will start San Luis Obispo, that is, from the 23-yard line.
Yeah, it should be clear. San Luis Obispo County, San Luis Obispo City has no representatives at the game today. Mission Prep low on seniors, and many of the seniors from San Luis Obispo High School already moved on to the colleges of their choice, including Thomas Cole, scholarship at UCLA. Be sure to watch the Pac-12. You'll be seeing lots of San Luis Obispo natives there, including Brian Kowal at running back.
Kevin Franco still working under center here for the North. And as he gets a lead block from Berna, and he doesn't go very far as he pushes more towards the sideline than moving upfield.
Yeah, the North has had problems getting north-south. I mean, they've been running a lot of options out to the outside, trying to find that room. The defensive line for Santa Barbara County, made up of Warriors and Knights, that Foster Road line is not breaking. And I tell you what, there's a good reason why those two teams ended up at the top of the Mountain League.
Switching back to the shotgun, two receivers to his left, one to the right. Berna in the backfield. Berna takes the handoff. He smells Mama's cooking up north, and he's trying to get there, but he's taken down in the backfield.
I'll tell you what, you never want to be late for Mama's cooking, but Matt Sims really is ready to go in and take a plate and take it away from him. Because Matt Sims got downfield fast and found Berna still going east-west. This is what I'm talking about with the containing of this defense. They've just been able to keep them between the tackles not a lot of room to go outside, not a lot of room to go inside. I think it's time to take a look at this triple option offense and see what you have to go downfield with the pass. Got a few good options at quarterback with Kevin Franco and Devontae Bailey, both listed as quarterbacks for today.
Berna in motion, takes the handoff. Or there was a fake in that motion that got me. And that didn't go very far for the North, as Morgan was the carrier of that short run.
Yeah, Chaz Morgan and Josh Burnett really been the two ball carriers for the North so far. Not a lot of yards yet, but we'll see. This is one of those offenses that gets up to speed as they get later in the game. Anyone that watched Poly football the last handful of years, this year excluded, as Bo Baldwin's there running the multiple now, but you'd be familiar with the triple option. Sometimes it doesn't start off well, but can turn fast.
And the punt unit out again. This one gets over the line. It is low, and it is rolling fast. And off of the chest of Marcus Robledo, and it is recovered by the North on a big hit. Holy moly.
Yeah, you got to get that ball and grab it once. That didn't happen right there, and as a result, it's going to be a turnover. This is what you get with those tumbling putts and those big hits from SLO County. And SLO County been the beneficiary of that slippery football that seems like Santa Barbara County brought with them to the game, as there's been a couple fumbles and some botched snaps that have just caused a lot of issues.
And the South not liking what happened. And a whistle on the play, and going to the ground very quickly is Franco, and taking him to the ground, Kyle Soggs.
Yeah, you can't hit the quarterback after the whistle. That's a mortal sin in the world of football, and there we see it happen. Even though it's just a tap, that's a penalty by the rule book. And for the referees to keep a hold of this game, that's absolutely the right flag to throw. I understand the frustration after the big hit one way and it's coming back the other way.
And correction, that was Max Steinman that got through the line making contact with Franco.
You know, it's tough to tell D linemen to not hit the quarterback, hit the running back when they get through, because that's what you're telling them all day. You got to go back there and hit that guy. You got to hit that guy. You can't just all of a sudden hit the brakes, you know, when it's convenient. So unfortunately, going to be a 15-yard penalty there.
Tickets are available.
1st and 10 following the big 15-yard penalty, 30-yard line. Don't forget, if you are watching somewhere at the ballpark here, you can still get your raffle tickets for the car drawing. And taken down in the backfield, not going anywhere, is Chaz Morgan.
Yeah, just absolutely pierced by Santa Barbara jerseys, that offensive line. They got to get some angles moving, because the defensive assignments typically go to the gaps, and these guys are just shooting straight through the gaps. That'll happen if your rush blocking is a little too north-south. They got to come down and down block or get some zone action going, because it's too easy to read for the defense right now.
Franco working under center, trying to find some room is Berna, and Berna still can't get the ball rolling upfield. You better hurry up before Mama's cooking starts burning.
Well, Ethan Porcho and Matt Sims, the twin warriors down there along the defensive line and linebacking core, are really the ones causing a lot of issue. You got to give a lot of credit to Tony Payne that he's got two defenders so willing to get through the line and cause chaos on the other side of the line of scrimmage. The Warriors had a great year, only losing to the St. Joseph Knights, but no one was able to beat the St. Joe Knights. So I feel like you got to feel pretty good if you're wearing purple and gold today.
Takes the snap, looking for Victor Ortiz of Napomo, and that's an incomplete pass, bringing up 4th down for San Luis Obispo County.
Yeah, 4th and long, and this is an awkward spot. You punt it, you may not get much out of it, but you're out of your kicker's range, and really, you know, what play are you going to run that's going to get you 14 yards? It's a head scratcher for the North.
And this game involves a lot of volunteers, including first responders, including Lompoc's finest, Lompoc Police Department here keeping us safe. We do appreciate them being here today as they patrol the field as we have some more action. Franco able to stay on his feet following the missed tackle, and that pass intended for Victor Ortiz of Napomo down the left sideline, falling incomplete.
Yeah, just a good job by Franco keeping it alive, but like I said, it's a tough spot for that offense. Not a lot of good options, and there they go for it, and just falls just short of being one of the more memorable plays you're ever going to see at the FCA All-Star Game.
We are midway through the second quarter. Santa Barbara County, northern Santa Barbara County, that is leading 6-0 over San Luis Obispo County. Plenty of schools represented here today. We want to thank Lompoc High School for their hospitality of letting the festivities take place on their campus, per se. Or shall we say the Lompoc Unified High School District? However that works out. Pass over the middle. That is complete. Alamari, Anthony Reynoso, the big tight end from St. Joseph, pulling it in.
Yeah, Reynoso puts his hands up and pulls it down. Had a little bit of a contest to bring that into his own possession, but just snatches it into his own control and plows forward. You'd love to see the big guy get a catch like that, and that tight end from St. Joe, he's one of the bigger guys out there.
And that puts the South into the North Territory once again. Alamari hands it off to Nepa. The Santa Maria Brigetti connection. He finds some room. He's inside the 20 now. From across the 50 to now inside the 20, the South is marching.
We're seeing Nepa just do a fantastic job moving the ball anytime he gets it in his hands. It's not necessarily just, the straightforward, hey, get behind your blockers. You got Matt Steinman up there. You got all sorts of big guys. He's making it happen on his own. Punt returns, catching the ball. He's an all-around athlete and really one of the great ambassadors of Santa Barbara County.
Steps back, Alamari. Pass deep into the right corner. And this one knocked incomplete by Declan Coles. Intended receiver. Trying to read the number there. Gavin Gomez, it looks like.
When you think about Lompoc High School, you think about a lot of
towns.
When you think about Lompoc, you think of a lot of big guys. You think about Toa, you think about all the people up front, the Nunez's, the Morgans. The wide receiver class this last year was fantastic. Between Kalen, Towns, Perkins, they did a great job.
Asked with the handoff. He spins out of one tackle before being brought down by Nico Ambrez.
Yeah, Logan Ass now getting his shots, and it's a three-headed monster back there for Northern Santa Barbara County. You've got Ast, Burris, and Nepa, all of which can just absolutely change games on their own, and they get to be in the same backfield. This is the just beauty of all-star games. I don't know how you'd stop this with a normal defense.
Hand off to Ast once again from Alamari, and he is brought down by a scrum of defenders, but then not before getting the first down inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, first and goal, and we've been seeing this just left, right, left by Northern Santa Barbara County. Here we're going to see Burris coming in. There's no reason for them to slow down this rush attack. It's just been forward and go. I mean, it's been great to watch.
Well, I got good news for you, Steven. St. Joseph tight end Anthony Reynoso just checked back into the game.
Yeah, they're going with a heavier set here. Definitely going to give it's the silver tee, something that you'd be very familiar with here in Houck Stadium.
And up the middle with a little shake and bake before the defense closes in and moves across by the 5 as Brett Burris carries the ball.
Yeah, Brett Burris getting there near the goal line, and that silver tee was the formation of doom for a lot of people that tried to come across Lompoc. Early in Andrew Jones' coaching career here, he used it to great effectiveness, won CIF championships with it. Here we're going to see a little bit of that by the All-Star team, and I tell you what, there's some Lompoc teams that came through here that didn't look too different from this just plain All-Star team.
Burris in the backfield. The handoff. goes to Burris. And Burris in for another 3-yard touchdown. That is the second 3-yard touchdown for the South. First one goes to Kadesi Nepa. The second one goes to Brett Burris.
Yeah, Brett Burris, the crankshaft to the flywheel of Darian Langley at St. Joe here. No surprise that he's getting his number called down near the goal line when they just needed a few yards. A fantastic athlete at St. Joe this last year.
And this extra point up and capped by the wind, but still good. 13-0. The South is pitching a shutout. The North needs to figure out something to get on the board here. And as the touchdown puts the South up again, we'll take a break. We'll be right back. South leads the North 13-0. FCA All-Star game. And we're back underway here at Huyck Stadium in the city of Lompoc. Declan Coles takes that kickoff and tries to get it out past 20. Does a great job as he moves it out to the 28-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the North from their own 28-yard line.
And we've seen SLO County struggle here early on offense, and this is one of those things that can be frustrating to watch if you're just casually watching the game. The triple option offense, the spread, the whatever you want to call it, the flanker offense, can take a little bit of time to warm up. So I'm looking forward to seeing if San Luis Obispo County is able to get a little bit more room up front, or if they're going to change gears. And we are going to have a little bit of a change of gear as it's a new quarterback.
And the handoff to the right side. That is no gain. And the quarterback, number 4, that's going to be Ethan Wright of Paso Robles.
Well, it's either Ethan Wright or it's Seth Morrow, both from Paso, both listed as potential options here. So we'll see.
Good job. Well, let's see. Do we have a number 4 wide receiver?
That makes things easy.
Yeah. Roll out the handoff. Taken down in the backfield very quickly with a big hit to polish it off. Berna not going anywhere on that one.
Looked like Jace Gamble, one of the big award recipients this last postseason for St. Joe. One of the best defenders on that very just stout defense for St. Joseph Knights. Here he just cut through, found the ball carrier, takes him to the ground, and it doesn't get much clearer than that. Just a showcase by Jace Gamble from St. Joseph.
Victor Ortiz checking in. Handoff taken down very quickly is Victor Ortiz, and doing the damage.
Max Steinman, who else do you expect? The other part of that St. Joe equation, it's not fair that he was allowed to play with Jace Gamble. They just worked so well together, being able to plug up so many different holes on the line. There's no problem that these two couldn't solve on defense for the Knights.
And this game is getting really physical about this point. And the ball rolls out of bounds just beyond the 50 at the 47 of the North. Or of the South, that is. It's the South moving left to right here.
Well, I tell you what, this is a good chance for Northern Santa Barbara to just kind of take control and possibly get to the locker room, as we're getting pretty close to the end of the first half here. It's a little bit tough to see with the sun still high in the sky, but not much time left on that clock.
1:53 according to the binoculars. And Alamari with the handoff once again and taking it square up the middle. Nepa once again making this one look sweet. And the big 17, they give him 16-yard gain for Nepa.
Yeah, Jai Donner, the safety there for Slow County, coming from Atascadero, did a great job filling the space with his speed to slow that down.
Nepa once again with the handoff. Tries to shake and bake his way through the line of scrimmage, but cannot go anywhere as Cody Blankenship of Templeton pulls him to the ground.
Cody Blankenship, one of those unsung heroes. Everyone just was so happy to talk about Tyler Kachewski, the stud all-around athlete and great quarterback at Templeton. Blankenship, a great defender, consistently received postseason nominations through his career at Templeton. Did a good job there as well.
Timeout on the field. We'll join them. South leads North 13-3. Central Coast FCA All-Star Football Classic.
The FCA All-Star Classic is back Saturday, June 26th at Lompoc High School. Be there when the best players from the Central Coast meet up for one epic game. Local car dealers are coming together once again for your chance to win a car or truck in a special halftime raffle. One ticket will be drawn at halftime to win a $20,000 voucher for a new car or truck from a participating dealership. 100% of the proceeds from ticket sales will go to our local schools. Get ticket and raffle information at centralcoastfca.org.
Welcome back to the Central Coast FCA All-Star Extravaganza, 10th annual. South leads North 13-0, pitching a shutout. Alamari steps back, deep pass. That one is picked off.
Yeah, it looked like Gannon Campbell from Morro Bay pulling that ball down. A little bit of physicality between the wide receiver and defensive back, but Campbell goes up and makes the nab, pulls that down. Huge change of possession. Slow County's been making these turnovers happen. They've yet to turn the ball over themselves, but have forced 3 turnovers from Santa Barbara County. So don't cut the North out of it just quite yet.
1:22 here in the second quarter, and the North trying to put something together here before the break. They will begin at the just inside the 2-yard line. Not great positioning. Seth Murrow, we'll go with him as the quarterback. From Paso Robles. Hands it off, going nowhere.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough spot for them. They've gone negative on a lot of their possessions. You got no room for error. You can't go backwards whatsoever, so they're going to have to find those quick hitting possessions that can just move the ball forward. Maybe not even worry about risking whether we're going to get a first down or not. Just kind of milk the clock and hope for the best.
It's a beautiful afternoon here in Lompoc for football, by the way. Just want to throw that out there. Handoff as they go nowhere once again. We are less than a minute on the clock. First half action about to come to a close.
Number 2 with the carry.
Chaz Morgan carrying the ball for the North.
Yeah, it led to a quick timeout by Santa Barbara County as they were looking to conserve some time, only 40 seconds left on the clock.
Let's go ahead and take a break with them. We'll be right back. South leads North 13-0 here in the first half action of the Central Coast FCA All-Star Classic.
For a chance to win a $20,000 voucher.
About 40 ticks left on the game clock here in the first half. Scoreboard reads Northern Santa Barbara County 13. San Luis Obispo County nothing. As Murrow works under center from Paso Robles, trying to keep this one alive with a dive over the middle. And who has the ball? Somebody loses a helmet. And it's getting, they're going to give him the stop at the 1. And losing his helmet, Wesley Bennett of Paso Robles.
Robert Daniels of Lompoc.
And that's going to be the end of the first half as this game is starting to get excited. Or exciting, that is.
Well, Guerrero snatched the ball out of Moro's hands in the end zone. Thought he had enough that it'd be a touchdown, but it was a loss of 4 progression, calling it that dead. Then that led to all the different shenanigans after the whistle, but looks like we're just going to head to the locker room and hope cooler heads prevail in the meantime.
Cooler heads will prevail at the break here at the Central Coast FCA All-Star Classic. Northern Santa Barbara County 13, San Luis Obispo County 0. We'll be right back. Thank you for joining us. I'm Brian Stanley, joining me, Stephen Hodges. Welcome back to Huyck Stadium here in the beautiful city of Lompoc, right next to the Lompoc High School community field.
Huyck Stadium, yeah.
It's a community field, is what I said.
I mean,
I didn't say community. I didn't say it was community field as in its name. It is a community field, as it says Lompoc Community Track and Field.
I mean, that's out of shot. So this is all hearsay as far as the viewers are concerned.
So it's a community field, a beautiful renovation that took place over the period of COVID.
So, I was going to say, as of course they're doing the honoring of the, they honor 2 coaches every year, one from Northern St. Louis County and one from Northern Santa Barbara County. This year, Tom Goosen for AG, and I missed who it was here, but I believe he's a part of the Cabrillo community.
I believe that is John Osborne.
That would make sense.
This is Ken Wolf, Cabrillo High School class of 1989. Wanting to congratulate you on your recognition tonight as the honorary coach of the FCA All-Star Game 2000.
I'm not exactly sure, but he is wearing a Cabrillo shirt.
It's very well deserved. And I'm
Cabrillo
sorry
football
to be there
shirt.
to celebrate this moment with you. As I travel through Texas, I remember that day you tracked me down on the side of the road as I was walking home from the baseball field and talked to me and invited me.
Of course, all these coaches have very deep CIF roots, including the coaches standing behind them. John Durant, head coach, not head coach, one of the coaches at St. Louis Obispo High School during the 2001 CIF championship. Of course, Colonel John Durant, one of the many heroes around the Central Coast, as he's a former colonel of the U.S. Marine Corps.
I appreciate you for doing that and always will. There are many other times I also appreciate and think about you and your impact on my life, not only as a player, but as a coach alongside you.
So we're listening to an audio recording
I thank you, Coach, for
of a
everything
former
you
player.
have done, not only for me, but for all the players.
It is Coach Steve Haskins, former Cabrillo High School football coach. Coach Haskins is who they're honoring right now.
And congratulating you in person. Enjoy your
Coach
night,
Haskins,
this recognition,
Cabrillo High School.
that your impact is felt not only in
Also
my life,
receiving scholarships before we came back from the break
I'm truly blessed
were,
to call you my coach and my
excuse
friend.
me, were Nico Ambris of Arroyo Grande and Kadasi Nepa of Rigetti receiving $500 scholarships for exemplifying the values of FCA, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and specifically Central Coast FCA and their philosophy within biblical teaching. So they received the scholarship, $500 each. Congratulations to them.
Of course, FCA, one of the major goals is to develop leaders on the Central Coast, and there's no question that Nico Ambris and Kadese Nepa embody that. Both fantastic people as well as great athletes on the field. We've seen that already here today, as Kadese Nepa has made quite a few plays that have made the difference so far in this game, as it's 13-0 here at halftime.
Kadesi Nepa with a 3-yard touchdown run in the first quarter, followed by a 3-yard touchdown run by Brett Burris of St. Joseph, which makes this a 13-0 ball game. It is currently a shutout pitched by the South.
Yeah, because of course Steve Haskins being honored here at midfield, but to get back on as far as the game's concerned, we're already seeing a lot of dominant play by Santa Barbara. Their defensive line and linebacker core are really highlighted by the St. Joe Knights, and we're getting Warriors among that crew. Just highlighting how strong Foster Road was as far as the depth of defense and offensive players. We're talking about Kadese Nepa. You've also got guys like Max Steinman from St. Joe making big plays. It's been impressive watching Santa Barbara County here early in this game. It's still only a 2-score game, but SLO's got a long way to go.
You know, Steven, I know the score is 13-0, but on the drive down today, I was talking about what I chose to wear, and I wore
what you chose.
I wore my Spartan blue polo, and that's because the South is wearing blue today. I am from Santa Barbara County, technically Santa Maria, but Santa Barbara County, northern Santa Barbara County.
I mean, Santa Maria, it's the county seat for Santa Barbara County.
No.
There's a courthouse there.
Yeah, but the Santa Barbara is the county seat.
I guess that's fair. But still, they got the county courthouse there, and that's the important thing.
So Lompoc has a county courthouse.
Yeah, whatever. Santa Maria's got the better one.
Yeah, but Santa Barbara has the best one because it's the oldest.
And let me tell you about things that are old. Not necessarily the best.
So I wore my Spartan blue associated with the color that the South are wearing today. I did that as a quiet allegiance, shall we say, to the South, as I am not a San Luis Obispo guy.
Shocked.
And I predicted,
appalled.
and as we were driving, I predicted the South was going to win. Now, I'm saying this to hopefully karma will come back and bite me and make the second half a great game, and the North will battle back into this, and, you know, it'll be a different story, but, you know, we'll see how it goes.
I mean, there's still signs of hope within the St. Louis offense. There's ways that they can get the ball moving up front. It's just a question of if they're going to. They're up against an enormous task. One of the best defenses ever assembled on the Central Coast is facing them. So they're going to have to find some ways to hit those gaps along the front. For Santa Barbara, they got to stop turning the ball over. Northern Santa Barbara County could be firmly in control of this game, but they keep on losing control of the ball. So going forward, they've got to find ways to keep a firm hand on that ball and get things going.
They're about to give away $20,000 in car voucher. I can tell you, Steven, not going to win it.
I tell you what, the most exciting part about this, and I'll zoom in for you guys to see, is that both we don't know who's going to win the car, but we also don't know who's giving up the car. And if you look on the screen right now, you'll see all the different great Carly dealerships that are supporting this this whole project. FCA Football Classic would not be able to happen without the guys on this board. We're going to find out which one of them is giving away a $20,000 voucher today. It's always fun to see the dealers and the winners come shake hands.
Whoever's name we draw is going to get $20,000 voucher to buy a car from that dealership. Sound good?
Okay.
All right. So
I'm excited.
You ready? Big, strong spin.
I'm pulling for a Honda. That's what I drive.
Let's go Chevy.
Here we go. It's going.
Let's go Chevy.
There we go.
Drum roll.
Oh, one off.
No way.
Oh, no, that's a Honda.
Branded on Honda of Santa Maria.
Call it.
And I have to say that's very fitting because this is our 10-year anniversary of the game. And the first year in 2011, it was
Honda's fantastic cars. Couldn't have rigged that anymore.
Sugar, you ready?
Calling it ahead of time.
I think they got a wind assist.
Wind assist. Wind assisted change. Got to put an asterisk in the record books for that.
We're going to mix them up.
I don't think they're really mixing up. I think the centrifugal force is just pushing everything to the outside. Too fast.
I mean, it's all about where the hand gets placed, right? Like, it doesn't matter where they are within the barrel. This is the important part.
Get in good. Get in good. This is exciting.
Nelson Mitchell?
Congratulations, Nelson Mitchell.
Nelson Mitchell, if you're watching at home, I hope you're jumping up and down on your couch.
Nelson is the official winner.
No,
That's a pretty good joke, by Luke. Pick another. And you could hear the entire stadium hold its breath as they got excited there.
That was a sample draw.
You do not need to be in the arena, in the stadium, in order to win the car. So Nelson Mitchell, wherever you are.
They're calling Nelson Mitchell right now.
Yeah, we'll zoom back in on this.
They're calling him right now. Nelson Mitchell, if you're watching, we're calling you at home right now. Too bad we couldn't have the phone call tied into the broadcast. Turned into a prank phone call.
Malahi Ford, Rio Vista, Jim Brickland Ford, and Toyota of Lompoc.
And
Oh, there we go.
if you're watching at home, answer your phone.
Oh, this is a good song. Nelson Mitchell not available.
Hey, Nelson, this is Luke Lamas with the FCA All-Star Football Classic. I am really excited to let you know that you are the winner of the 2020-21 FCA All-Star Football Classic car raffle. You are going to receive $20,000 towards
Congratulations.
So
Seconds left of halftime here. We're going to get back to the game
Yeah, finally.
any moment.
Congratulations. Bye-bye.
I think there's a game still being played, right?
We got warm-up period here for both
Huge thanks to all you guys.
the Santa Barbara and SLO County teams. Brian, what has impressed you the most in the first half of this game?
The amount of fans in the stands this season, most I've seen at a football game all year long. I would have to say the chemistry of the South. That offense is really clicking. Kadesi Nepa showing that his footwork does not diminish his size. He goes out there and shakes his feet around, and it turns into magic. And like Dorothy, a couple clicks of the heel, and he's off to another land. The North still trying to get their wheels turning. Josh Berna can't quite find Mama's Cooking up north. He can't turn that corner to get up there. And Franco did a great job. You point out they're running the triple option on the north. Not something he's familiar with. He's more used to the spread. We'll see the changes that they make at that break. I want to point out, too, that the north, in introduction, there was a number of players that did not make the game today. For whatever reason, personal reason, academic reason, meaning they've gone off to college, whatever the case may be, there's 10 to 12 players that were awarded a roster spot for their performance this year that could not make today's game for the North. So they are down roster size.
They were already smaller on the roster to begin with. And,
yeah.
When you exacerbate that with some people that weren't able to make it today, it makes just things tougher. And this was a tough timing this year because, as you said, obviously, watching this on a recording, there's the COVID pandemic that made things real tough to schedule. I think this whole contest didn't get organized until May, and it's being played later than it normally is. And on top of that, we also had a watershed year for the Central Coast as far as SLO County is concerned. Off the top of my head, I can think of 6 people on scholarship not coming to this game, partly because they're going off to the Division I football ranks, and they're going to be playing for a team, and it's a tough call, but a lot of those guys don't want to risk their bodies in an all-star game when they've got a scholarship on the line.
Yeah, because an injury could cost you your entire scholarship at the next level, forcing you to either walk on or bounce back to a community college where you have to re-earn your scholarship at the next level.
Yeah, so it's a tough year this year for SLO County. I mean, we talked about the guys that are missing. We mentioned Kane Jones earlier going to San Diego State. Of course, you look at Mission Prep, who's also not in attendance, and Sonny Berkeley. Carlton Brown, both going to Division I Mountain West schools. And,
Caden
Cheney, another great senior for Mission Prep. Just
the lone senior that was actually active on the roster.
Played for spring. So, of course, some missed coaches, some missed players from the North, but still hanging tough. Only down 13 here at halftime against a very formidable Santa Barbara County, Northern Santa Barbara County all-star team.
Yeah, the North has created a fumble opportunity. 2 turnovers, a fumble, and an interception. So, they just got to be able to capitalize and work on what they get from those opportunities. That interception was way too deep in their own end zone to really do much with it late in the game. Not a lot of room when your offense has been being pushed backwards most of the first half.
Well, we're going to see here, well, we got some confusion going on up front. But here we're going to be seeing.
That's not that. They got 11 on the field.
Yeah, I mean, special teams is one of the things that suffers when you're talking about putting on an all-star game. You only got a couple weeks to prepare. Special teams, one of those things that slips by. You got to figure out who's going to slot in where. You may not have all the pieces that, you know, up back isn't one of the all-star positions that gets awarded. So here we got to deal with what you got. And what we got is Northern Santa Barbara County receiving the ball from Slow County.
And here comes the kickoff from the north as the South will start with the ball here in the second half. Nice deep kickoff. And Kadesi Nepa is going to let this one go out of bounds. And he's joined in the backfield by Giovanni Garcia of Santa Maria.
Nico Ambry's kicker from AG joining the ranks of Colton Feeker as far as recent AG kickers go that have represented the school at the FCA All-Star Game. And just like Colton Feeker, kicked it right out of the back of the end zone. They've got some big legs there in Arroyo Grande.
Yeah, they grow kickers like they grow trees up in Arroyo Grande.
I mean, you want to grow them like they grow trees in Apomo because you got that Christmas tree farm right off 101 there.
Yeah, that is true. And working under center is Bennett Riddell. He hands it off to Kadesi Nepa, who shakes and bakes, wiggles and works his way out to the right side. And he's out past the 25 to the 26 for a 5-yard pickup.
That stutter step was so light on his feet, so stuttering. It's almost like the piano step, like playing the piano with his feet there in the movie Big. Does a fantastic job just chattering his feet, keeping the defenders at bay, and moving the ball forward. That probably should have been a 3 or 4 yard gain. Ends up going for a full 7.
Two receivers to the right, none to the left. Empty set to the left as Kadesi Nepa takes it, and he shifts gears, moves into the secondary, and that is a big 10-plus yard gain for the Rigetti Warrior.
This is knowing your players and knowing what they can do. Nepa's so capable of getting to the edge that they put the wide receivers to one side, put all the defenders to that side too, and just let them go wild where he's got all the open space. Huge burst of speed, gets around the corner and gets the first down. That's what you want to see from the Rigetti Warrior and what you want to see if you're the offensive coordinator for that Northern Santa Barbara County team.
Two receivers again to Riddell's right side. Two in the backfield. Rolls out, being chased down by the defender. And a one-handed catch pulled out of the sky. And that one, Adam Larazzo.
24 with the catch.
Yeah, Lazaro.
Sorry, Lazaro.
Lazaro coming out there from the fullback position, making up for that drop he had earlier. That was off balance. No one was going to expect him to make that catch as Riddell was being chased by a couple of big Bearcats in the backfield. But he pulls it down, gets a good chunk of yards as a result for what really should have been a sack.
There was a 4-yard pickup on what was looking dismal. Steps back, looking for a receiver, winds the arm, throws it downfield, and this one is complete. Gavin Towns with the catch. Dropped down at the 15.
Talking about Gavin Towns earlier and how he's kind of overshadowed by Kalen Daniels at Lompoc. Gavin Towns has shown what a good teammate he is. There's quite a bit of distance he had to travel there, got open and made the catch, and we've got a player down on the field.
Looking out, athletic crew out. Looks like we have a cramp on the field as they're stretching him out. Always a good sign when you see a player getting stretched. Declan Cole's in and checking on his current teammate. We're looking for a number as the individual flat on his back. Our score here as we're in the third quarter, the South 13, the North nothing. Time on the clock. That's hard to read right now. Looks like it's 9 and some change.
Well, we talked about how Gavin Towns is as a receiver. He's also a great teammate. He's making blocks happen in this game. He's running his routes at full speed even when he's not the target. What you're seeing from Gavin Towns is a complete package of wide receiver.
Nico Embry's off the field under his own power after being stretched out. Hand off to Ass. Logan Ass turns the corner, finds the speed, dragged down at the 1 yard line, and Caston Solario pulling it down.
Logan Ass very nearly turned it over there, and you might have seen that ball on the 1 yard line and said, well, why wasn't that picked up for a touchdown? Answer was the forearm hit the ground as he went in. As soon as that forearm touches, doesn't matter what happens after, he's down. The ground cannot cause a fumble, is a common saying among referees at all levels of football. That's a great example there. He was down, ball did not come out.
Riddell's running the offense here in the third quarter, opened the game as the starting quarterback. Single back in the backfield, Logan Ast, a familiar face from San Ynez High School, former Pirates together. And he rolls out looking for the receiver. That pass complete to Gavin Towns with the completion.
And we talked about it, what a great player Gavin Towns is. Let's talk a little bit about Bennett Riddell, longtime letterman for San Ynez. I know at least 3 years, may have been 4, but delivers a great ball to Towns right where only he can catch it as the helmet comes off of Towns as he's coming out. But Bennett Riddell, one of the more underrated quarterbacks on the Central Coast. They're delivering a great strike to the wide receiver. And really, Riddell's been making a lot of these drives happen today, even though it's been mostly a rushing game.
Inside 8 minutes. No good on the extra point. Our score is 19-0. The shutout continues for the South. We're going to take a break. You're enjoying the FCA All-Star Game 10th Annual Edition.
Score is 19.
Welcome back to the 10th Annual FCA All-Star Classic. I want to thank all our sponsors from around the Central Coast, including the Chumash Band of the San Ynez Band of Chumash Indians. There we go. I'll get that. I almost said that wrong. Want to thank them. Here's the kickoff deep. Declan Coles takes it, trying to make some room. He is hit hard. Avoids dropping the ball. And in on that big hit, Ed Werner.
Declan Cole, one of the big-time wide receivers out there at Napomo. Again, abbreviated season, so take these stats with the same grain of salt you've been taking everything else. 17 receptions, 208 yards, 13 touchdowns, 12.2 yards per catch. It's quite a mark to hit. A deep threat every time he catches the ball.
1st and 10 from their own 19-yard line. And Kevin Franco, Morro Bay back under center. And he hands it off to to Chaz Morgan of Atascadero. And that goes nowhere.
And Chaz Morgan's been kind of that lead back, that fullback position in this flanker offense. That's just going to be the one that drives it forward and kind of gets the defense on its heels. It hasn't been quite downhill enough to dislodge any spots on the defense yet, though. Waiting for that big break for Chaz Morgan, the big greyhound out of the backfield.
The color, if you have the ticket, is blue.
Chaz Morgan in the backfield. Ball up the middle. No gain again for the North.
Ethan Porcho, once again, that Rigetti Warrior coming off the weak side alongside the nose tackle. He's assigned the B gap there. Just was able to slip by without too much contact and make the tackle in the backfield. It's rare when you lose yardage on a kind of forward dive like that, but Porcho made it happen.
7:32 on the clock. As Franco makes some room out to the left, gets a block, and that block from Danner brings the North out to the 26-yard line, 25-yard line, on fourth down, and the kicking unit back out on the field.
There we see Franco once again using his athleticism. Doesn't get the first down, but shows his kind of dynamic running ability, keeping his shoulders low, finding his space, getting side to side, and making a positive out of what seemed to be doomed to be a negative.
Here's Victor Ortiz with the kick, and colliding with the kicker, contact. That punt goes nowhere.
Well, it's not roughing the kicker if it's part of a blocking process. There, he had no choice while playing the ball but to make contact. So ends up just being a very short punt as a result of the near block attempt by Northern Santa Barbara County.
There is a flag on the play.
And Dan Ellington's looking for an answer. He's getting the most out of this game. Dan Ellington announcing his retirement right after the conclusion of the Saints season this year. Going to have a brand new head coach commandeering that Santa Maria High School this next year. But you can see Dan Ellington still very much involved here on the sideline.
They give him the first down at the 27-yard line.
Winner is a Lompoc resident.
I don't know how that works out.
I think they're going to say that there was contact made and that the SLO County recovered it after contact was made.
Okay. Turnover.
Yeah, it is a muffed punt, essentially.
Franco with a pass out to his right side, pulling it in. Is it incomplete pass? Intended target was Danner of Atascadero.
Yeah, Ajay Danner, one of the fourth number 4 on our roster, getting downfield and getting a hand on it, but just not enough. Shows off some of his speed, and really that's something that SLO County needs to be looking to do, is testing these defensive backs for Santa Barbara County a little bit more. We've only seen a couple attempts by the quarterback, and part of that's because he's been getting flushed out of the pocket by the superior defensive line coming here from the south.
Garrett Goodman checks in on the right side, far side of the screen. Franco hands it off. That one goes nowhere as Chaz Morgan of Atascadero tries to move the ball forward.
Once again, it's Ethan Porcho. If you want to know what a superior interior lineman looks like at the high school level, Ethan Porcho is showing you beat for beat what that looks like. He's keeping himself where it's hard to make contact. The offensive line's only able to catch part of his shoulder pad, maybe his hip, not enough to slow him down. He's able to then take that lateral speed, cut through the gap, get to the backfield where he makes the tackle. He's doing it play after play. I haven't seen him get a cleanly blocked this game. He's doing a great job on the inside of the line.
Inside 6 minutes, 3rd and 12 for San Luis Obispo County. Franco steps back, hands it off to Berna. Berna's trying to turn on the afterburners, and he's out to the 31-yard line, 32 on the far mark. And that brings up another 4th down for San Luis Obispo County.
And it's just this defensive line. There's nowhere to go in between the tackles, and it has a lot to do with Porcho and Steinman for the South. They're just such competitors and getting every little bit that they can against the guys in front of them. I'm extremely impressed by this Southern team.
Punt unit out. Victor Ortiz kicking, going to boot this one away, and he avoids the block as Alex Sutton was closing in on him. A little 8-man action coming in for 11-man football. Alex Sutton from Orchid Academy.
Max Steinman making the tackle afterwards, getting all the celebration on the sideline. There's a little bit of confusion if he was supposed to be in there or not. He's a big guy, doesn't move as fast as the smaller guys. You want those guys out there for the punt return, but Simon's still on that punt unit, made a big play happen when the ball got kept. So the South going to get the ball back here with great field position.
And they're keeping Bennett Riddell in at quarterback. Our score is 19-0. The South leads the North. A little over 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Riddell looks lost, calling in an extra man as he calls in Dylan Leone of Pioneer Valley at tight end. Rolls out, looking for a receiver, deep pass in the middle, wide open receiver, and pulls it in. Gavin Towns, touchdown.
Gavin Towns putting on an absolutely great game here today. Showing off for the Lompoc crowd. He's now tied his number of touchdown receptions for the season this last year in a single game, and he's doing it against all-stars. These aren't slouches. This guy is putting on a show.
That's the way to do it. Fourth touchdown of the game for the South. Score is currently 25-0. As the kicking unit comes out. Correction. They're going for a two-pointer here. They came to play ball, and they're going to play some ball. Riddell under center, hands it off to Logan Ast, and stuffed at the line, at the goal line was Logan Ast. No good as the conversion doesn't go in. Our score remains 25-0 with 4:55 on the clock. Third quarter. Let's go to a break. You're enjoying FCA Central Coast football action. Welcome back to the Central Coast FCA 10th Annual All-Star Football Classic. And that bounces right up the middle. And here comes the North once again trying to find some room up the middle. And not happy with that run. Josh Berna.
And it's going to be a personal foul face mask against the Northern Santa Barbara County team. So they're going to start out with real good field position here, probably be around the 45-yard line. Josh Berna a little frustrated as he finally found some open room and ended up getting brought down by his face mask. You know, when you've been stuffed the way that they have been all game so far, you can understand that frustration quite a bit.
And that penalty brings the San Luis Obispo County team out to their own 45-yard line. Still scoreless in this ball game for the North. Franco backs out into the shotgun. Two receivers to his left, one to his right. Josh Berna with the handoff, and he gets upended just before the 50-yard line.
Yeah, there's a zone concept called the pick and pull sweep. Basically, everyone's going to decide whether they got someone on them or not. If you don't got someone on you, you're going to go to the left. A good number of lead blockers, ends up finding some open space and just moves the ball forward, gets a good gain of 4 yards. Those are the types of plays that SLO County needs.
Positive gain gives them a 2nd and 6. Two receivers to his right now. Hands off to Berna with the fake throw. Berna's trying to turn upfield. Another gain of yardage. 1 yard gain for Josh Berna.
Well, they try the pin and pull once again, but this time with a little bit of play action variant on it, but it doesn't work quite as well this time. I think they were anticipating a little bit and had some good contain on the far side. Could have just been the fact that they went to the right rather than the left, causing them to get the matchups at the more favored Santa Barbara County.
3rd and 5 for Northern Santa Barbara County. Same play line or same setup again. And this one's knocked away. That is an incomplete pass, and getting his paws up on that one for the South is Gavin Gomez.
Yeah, the Pioneer Valley Panther coming through and getting his hands up. He's coming in for one of the players. It looked like Matt Sims, going to go get a little bit of a look on the bench, and with the fresh legs, came through, got his hands up right at the right time, and batted away Kevin Franco's pass. Exactly how you want to go.
And then took his eyes and followed the ball, about ready to chase it down. That Panther was ready to pounce. 4th and 5. They're going for it. Franco with a bullet. Intended target, Gabriel Tabarez. And that is incomplete.
Well, Declan Palenz had the pass defense there, knocking that ball away. Through this year, as a defensive back, he had 10 tackles and an interception. You can see why he was so good on the ball. Just a very good presence of what the wide receivers is playing. Gets his hands up, knocks it away. What a play by the San Ynez Pirate.
3:31 on the clock. Third quarter action. Our score 25-0. Northern Santa Barbara County leads San Luis Obispo County. Bennett Riddell hands it off to Kadesi Nepa, and he finds some room. An easy 10 yards for the first down. An 11-yard pickup for the Rigetti Warrior.
Silver T really showed off to perfection there. You got 2 lead blockers that were lined up as running backs. And it actually has double fullback action, one looking inside, one looking outside. Just a little bit of a push up front, and they come through and add that momentum. Momentum passes to the ball carrier, Kadesi Nepa, who picks up a big first down off of 1st and 10.
Three backs in the backfield. Nepa takes the handoff off to his left side. And he gains 3 yards before he's dragged down again.
Cody Blankenship, the defender there, slowing that down. He's the last man standing on that side. We were talking about how that Silver T allows you to flow with the ball so well. Well, Blankenship was able to get behind those lead blocks and make that tackle and limited them to a small gain. That's exactly where he needed to be.
Second and 7 for the South as they look to add to their lead as they continue to pitch a shutout. Deep pass. That one goes up. And on the defense is Bennett Riddell. Incomplete pass. Excuse me. On the defense is Declan Coles. And Elijah Perkins was the intended target from Bennett Riddell.
Perkins and Towns have been the Lompoc Braves wide receiver core out there today. As they've kind of hogged that space on the perimeter, and they're earning it. There we saw Perkins almost pull that in, but great defense by Declan Coles, the Napomo Titan. You can see why he was brought to this game. Good shutdown defense in space. He's been quite a player for San Luis Obispo County in this game.
I've got to see Declan Coles play for the last 3 seasons. Great football player. Great to see him out here, along with a number of these other kids. And the handoff from Bennett Riddell. Not going very far, but enough for the first down, or at least I think it should be.
They're going to motion for the chains. It is close, but this is definitely the type of game where they're not going to sit there and debate, the spot when you're that close.
And Adam Lazaro with the carry. And as I said, I have the eyes of a bad official, so.
Well, luckily down there they got the eyes of good officials. Probably an all-star crew of referees if you're to go through this list.
Handoff from Riddell up the middle. Lazaro once again.
We're going to see a variety of ball carriers, if I had to guess, coming in here, as it looks like Riddell going to be subbed out for Alamari, possibly, or Alamari just in the discussion, heading back to the sideline. But I expect to see a lot of guys getting carries here just for load management and making sure that everyone gets a chance to enjoy the All-Star game and have a memory to take home with them.
Logan Ast moves into the backfield. In the backfield with Adam Lazaro, excuse me. When Riddell passes, touchdown, This time, Elijah Perkins.
Two wide receivers for Lompoc combining for 3 receiving touchdowns on just amazing route running. And it's really a compliment to Andrew Jones, who couldn't be here today due to prior family commitments. But what a great job he's done with his wide receiver core, that they're all so crisp that these guys aren't even the ones that everyone wants to talk about. Everyone wants to see who's going D1. These guys are up there with Kalen Daniels, but they're doing a great job executing on these plays, playing great compliments to each other and making sure that each other get open.
Okay. Now, we were officially told Jones didn't want to be or couldn't be here because of a prior engagement. Or did he not want to be here because he didn't want to see a San Ynez Pirate throwing touchdowns to his Lompoc Braves?
You know, sometimes you do some things that you're not so proud of. But I tell you what, the orange helmets down there should be very proud of what they've done today. You talk about the San Ynez Pirates, Logan Ass, Bennett Riddell, as well as all of the defenders and O-linemen out there. There's quite a number of seniors here for the Pirates. It's going to be a very different-looking crew next year. But we talk about Andrew Jones. How about Josh McClure getting all these guys to where they're in shape and ready to play in an all-star game like this? And you can tell that the chemistry between these Pirates players is phenomenal. And San Ynez is a unique football community. They always seem tight-knit, and you can see it on the field here today.
107 remains here in the third quarter. Our score 32-0. South leading the North. And Josh Berna drops the kickoff in the end zone, so that's going to be a touchback, bringing it out to the 20. I think that's more of a benefit at this point for the North, who has struggled moving the ball forward.
Well, you know, you always want to get the best yardage possible. I think Berna wanted to get the ball in his hand so that he could try to make something happen. But going to be a touchback, so long field here for the San Luis Obispo County offense, which is yet to get on the board.
Kevin Franco from Morro Bay still working under center. Handoff. They do move the ball forward.
Yeah, this is quite a lurch forward that they're going to have too. Some better field position, and you got to think a little bit about, you know, what could have been. If this was a normal year, we'd probably see Caden Jones and Thomas Cole down there, the two ferocious Tigers from San Luis Obispo High School, not available for this game due to different commitments. But here, you know, we're seeing the line for the Santa Barbara County just has been too much for SLO County.
30 seconds to go here in the third frame. As Franco rolls out, he is intercepted by Kadasi Nepa, and he's going to take it to the barn. Touchdown, South, and we have a flag on the play. A big hit on the return.
Yeah, I think this is going to end up coming back as that was a blindside block and a pretty vicious one at that. So targeting going to be the call blown here, and this is going to spark things back up. Kadasi Nepa, though, let's talk about his athleticism. Both sides of the ball here, getting in a pick six, going to be coming back to forces outside of his control. But my goodness, what a catch and run by the Rigetti Warrior. He's a small package with a lot of speed. I hope he gets to play Saturday somewhere. I'm not sure if I've seen if he got a scholarship or not, but my goodness, I could see him playing for quite some time.
So they're going to give Nepa the interception. The return does not count. They're going to spot the ball at the spot of the foul and then mark off 15 yards for the personal foul. It's going to give the South the ball at the 25-yard on the right hash mark. If that helps explain what just occurred. And at this point, you know, we're seconds away from the fourth quarter. We need to start thinking about an MVP, and there's some good candidates right now. Bennett Riddell, Kadesi Nepa, Gavin Towns.
Gavin Towns is up there. Ethan Porcha. I mean, you've got all sorts of guys.
Elijah Perkins.
I mean, Max Steinman. You got a lot of
deep pass onto the left side. And Elijah Perkins catches it, pulls it in.
Elijah Perkins now tying his season mark with 2 touchdowns here. Both him and Towns came into the game with 2 touchdowns apiece through their season. Here in the All-Star game, they both grabbed 2 of their own to round out that score sheet a little bit more. Elijah Perkins, he's got such great length, runs pretty good routes out there, and just gets his hands up and pulls it down. What a combination we've got here.
38-0 is our score. Kick is up and good for the South. 39-0 here in the third quarter. Time on the clock, 8.9 seconds.
Marcoy.
Yeah, so right here it's just up to SLO County to get this ball back and make something happen. I mean, you don't want to leave the FCA All-Star game empty-handed. I think they just got to find a way to play for some pride and really make the most of it. You're out here, you may as well just have a great time, right? Let's see if they can get a score going. This game seems a little bit out of hand, but it's worth it to finish out, and, you know, things don't always go the way you expect, and that's part of leadership. Part of the things that FCA goes to teach is you keep playing even when you're down.
Back to receive the kickoff for the North, Josh Berna and Declan Coles. And the play is whistled dead as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Touchback. We're going to be 1st and 10 at the 20 for the North.
Well, the North here has just got to find a way to push that line. I mean, we're seeing a different set of linemen come out. You're not going to have Porcho or Steinman out there. And so there's going to be more opportunities to make a positive impact, make things happen that haven't been there before. So SLO County is definitely going to look at this as an opportunity.
Pass off to his right side. Incomplete for Kevin Franco. Intended target, Gabriel Tabarez.
Gabriel Tabarez, a big target out there on the perimeter. Normally a tight end that plays close to the line. Out here, he would spread out wide as a wide receiver, and it was really a pretty good idea there. He has a good size advantage against most defensive backs. Just couldn't quite get the route to where he could catch that ball. So decent idea going to that play, just lacked a bit on execution.
3.3 seconds. Third quarter, 39-0 our score. Familiar formation up the middle for the North.
Number 2, hands off to Morgan.
And Chaz Morgan with the carry. And that play goes nowhere. And that's the end of the third quarter. We're going to be right back. You're enjoying Central Coast FCA 10th Annual Football Classic. Our score, Northern Santa Barbara County, that is, 39, San Luis Obispo County, nothing.
Get your body on that dance floor.
Come on, Steven, get your body on that dance floor.
It's always there.
It's always on the dance floor. We got 12 minutes to decide a winner, though I think the scoreboard has already done that for us. Our score, Northern Santa Barbara County 39, San Luis Obispo County nothing. A big old fat goose egg right now for the North as they look to do something. And everybody cheers the cheerleaders on as the players were waiting for the music to stop so they could play. And driven down in the backfield is Josh Berna, and driving him back from the north, or from the south, is going to be Carlos Rosa.
Yeah, Carlos Rosas just got through the line, right past the offensive guard there, and blew Berna up as he was receiving the handoff. Rosas just had that extra gear, that physicality to get to the backfield, and we saw that happen in the Mission Prep game, where just that Panther defense was stout, and that's a major reason why Panther is going to be moving up to the Mountain League this next season.
A big move for the Panthers, moving up to the Mountain League. Excited to see that. And the punt unit is out on 4th and 12. Quick punt. Nice deep punt for the North. Best punt of the day. And the punter is down. Nico Ambrose.
Personal foul.
Yeah, and you don't want to see that. That is a roughing the kicker personal foul, and Ambrose is down on the ground. Great kick there, but just was pursued too heavily by the hungry Santa Barbara County defense. Been looking for a blocked punt all day. Wasn't going to get one there, but they still ran through the kicker, and that one hurts.
And he got up on his feet under his own power before the training staff even made it to him on the field. And walking off as Declan Coles once again checking on the player. Declan Coles showing some great sportsmanship out there today. Second time he's checked on an injured player.
Yeah, Declan Coles, one of those players that is just a fantastic human all around. Does things both on and off the field that really are impressive and are a great sign of leadership. Again, one of those major core components of what FCA is looking for is, caring for one another and making sure that things go all right.
Tight formation in the backfield. Looking for the option. Looking for the pitch was Franco. And Franco could not find the connection to Berna. And that's going to be bring up second down for the North as they maintain possession following the roughing the kicker penalty.
Yeah, right here it's just going to be Slow County holding on to that ball and trying to get the positive things going. And Kevin Franco is a playmaker. He wants to make sure that the things are going the best way possible. He believes the best way is in his hands, and we saw it there.
For Berna with the ball, taking the handoff from Franco. And Berna finally burning upfield to the 40-yard line. A big 7-yard gain. And we're 2.5 minutes through the final frame here at Huyck Stadium in the cloudy city of Lompoc now as the overcast begins to roll in.
Yeah, not too far from the beach. You can forget it sometimes just based on where the road geography is, but coming right over off Halama Beach is this big marine layer. Should be changing the dynamics of our lighting quite quickly.
Berna with the handoff once again. Telegraphed by the defense on the right side. And there's no gain for Berna.
Well, it's going to be a negative gain as there's more shenanigans going on downfield. Personal foul going to be called for a late hit on Slow County here as things are just getting frustrating for the Slow County faithful.
Did you say shenanigans?
I said shenanigans.
Oh, them shenanigans. Personal foul on the offense.
I'm going to say it's a dead ball personal foul, so it will remain 4th down. No help as far as sometimes you can recover a down during a penalty. This is a dead ball foul, so they will both have the down count and end up losing the yardage both, which is a real rough one for Slow County.
That's going to put them at a 4th and a mile. Ball spotted at the 26-yard line. A total of, if my math is correct, 16 yards for the first down. They need to reach the 43 for the first down here on 4th down. 7:55 remains in this ball game.
Yeah, going to be interesting to see who takes the punt here, as we had that injury happen on the last one where we're just going to have to see what happens. It was Nico Ambrose that ended up falling and maybe twisting something a little tough. He's able to get off his own power, but they definitely should be looking to punt here. And who does the punting will be the question.
They have plenty of options. They have Brock Marcoy. They have a few, excuse me, that's the South. Victor Ortiz on the roster, but they're going to go for it here on 4th and 16. And they're going to keep it on the ground. And and Chaz Morgan trying to move the ball forward. He gets out to the 30. Only a 4-yard gain. That's not enough. And the South is going to take over with only 30 yards for an end zone strike. At this point, Steven, what do you do? Like, your offense has been clicking. You don't just stop running the ball, but your offense has been clicking.
I mean, if you're the North right now, if you're the South, you're just doing whatever you can to keep control of this ball and kind of run down the clock. You've got the game well in hand. You also want to make sure that the guys come out of here with a good experience. So you're going to get here. We're going to see how that manifests, as it's a lot of Santa Maria Saints coming out to play together.
Alamari on the field at quarterback. Handoff. Keeps it himself on the fake. And Alamari slides down the left hash marks for an 8-yard pickup. Faking it off to Giovanni Garcia.
Tackle by Carson Solorio from Arroyo Grande, making that stop after it was Alamari that got all the way upfield. Next to Alamari in the backfield there is Giovanni Garcia. These two were a great combination that allowed the passing game to open up for the Saints. Saints really had a fantastic season this year. I think that they were probably the ones more hurt by the cut-down schedule, as I think some non-conference games would have really showed off how great that team was.
Dump out pass to the left side, and that's enough for the first down. Completion to Gavin Towns. 5:45 remains here in this ballgame.
Based on the spot of the foul, I'm going to think that this is holding, and indeed it is. Hold on that screen that allowed Gavin Towns to open up and get downfield. And unfortunately, that's going to bring this one back within the behind that first down marker.
As they march it off, they're going to spot the ball back at the 28-yard line. That brings up a 2nd and 8. Time keeps a-ticking. 5:05 on the clock. We're in the 4th quarter. Our score, Northern Santa Barbara County 39, San Luis Obispo County 0. Murad Alamari hands it off to Giovanni Garcia, who goes down the sideline and goes ahead and takes the big push into past the 10-yard line. And they spot him down, well, I thought he was in past the 10. Pushed out at the 13-yard line.
Yeah, Giovanni Garcia recognized that there's a guy's hands on him, but wasn't going to go down easily. Kept his legs moving, powered his way all the way forward, gained that first down near the 10-yard line. It ends up being around the 13 is the final spot, but Giovanni Garcia just showing off what made him a special running back for the Saints. Just able to keep his legs moving and get that speed, even though someone's got his hands on him.
Ethan Wright of Paso Robles.
Murad Alamari, one receiver in the backfield. Split receivers, 2 to each side. And he tries to take it to himself up the middle as Jazz Rose of Arroyo Grande takes him down.
Yeah, it looked like an option play where the option just never got started. I think Alamari was looking for where Giovanni Garcia was, and Garcia was pass blocking. And again, one of those things easily chalked up, just not a lot of time to get these plays in. And when you use one numbering system for your play calls and they're using another one here, it can get confusing.
That brings up a 2nd and 8 for Northern Santa Barbara County. The Santa Maria connection. And Giovanni Garcia goes in for the touchdown. 11-yard score. And the South rises again.
You know, say what you will about the South, but they did a fantastic job changing the entire offense. They've run the Silver T. They've run I-form. They've now run spread, all very effectively. Here, Giovanni Garcia was able to run through this spread-out defense very effectively because there's no place that SLO could stack defenders. It is all just completely spread out, the entire point of the spread. So Giovanni Garcia just executes on it well and puts a dagger in for Santa Barbara County.
46-0. The Goose Egg continues to ride for San Luis Obispo County. 3:03 remains on the clock. San Luis Obispo County has 3 minutes and 3 seconds to figure out this Northern Santa Barbara County defense if they want to score. So far it's been Josh Berna, Chaz Morgan, and Kevin Franco trying to do the work in the backfield.
And we'll see. As I said, the goal of this event is always not necessarily who wins and who loses, but it's developing men, developing culture. This is a lot of adversity that San Luis Obispo County is facing right now. The question is, how are they going to respond here on this last drive? I'd like to see them keep their heads high, try and score, and do so with class.
We got approval for the kickoff. We have taken flight. And Declan Coles retrieves the incoming target before he's drugged down at the 30-yard line. And Arath Acosta pulling him to the ground.
And we're going to have a running clock situation here, including a penalty. So a lot of that time that you had talked about SLO County having, going to run off the clock here as they discuss exactly where this ball should be spotted. It looks like SLO County is going to be getting some yards as the good news, though.
15-yard penalty. Personal foul on Northern Santa Barbara County. 2.5 minutes remain. Clock continues to run.
Another face mask on the kickoff. It's odd to see that on the kickoff. It's odd to see it twice on the kickoff on the same team.
Tight formation for the North as they hand off to Josh Berna. He's trying to turn upfield. He gets to the 50. 5-yard pickup for Berna as he was drugged down at the ankles.
And that's the Josh Berna that the Templeton faithful have come to know. He's able to get out to the side real easily, use that power that he has in his hips to just blow past defenders that are trying to tackle him. Here it's another large gain, and Josh Berna showing why he came to this game was to run some people over, and he's getting a chance to do that here late.
And that was Ethan Porcho wrapping him up at the ankles. 1:33 on the clock. Franco under center. And he is destroyed in the backfield. But the handoff goes to to Morgan, and Morgan disappears downfield for the first down. And he's down at the 40-yard line. Big 10-yard pickup for for Morgan, excuse me.
Yeah, is the big Panther. Rosas coming through firing through that A-gap. I don't think Kevin Franco saw him as Rosas pile drove him into the ground. So both Rosas and Ethan Porcho doing a great job up front. And I tell you what, those Santa Maria schools have been fantastic on D-line.
45 seconds remains. Franco steps back, deep pass onto the left side.
Franco with a pass.
And that one incomplete. Trying to pull that one in is Andrew Gaston.
Yeah, I think this is going to come back for a PI as the wide receiver on that side, Ajay Donner, ended up being rerouted well past the line of scrimmage. Didn't have a chance to make a play on that ball. I think we're going to hear an argument whether the ball was catchable, but timeout SLO either way.
Timeout, San Luis Obispo County.
San Luis Obispo County takes the timeout with 28.7 seconds remaining. the only way at this point to stop the clock, as they went to a running clock at 3:03. And we will bring you the post-game festivities at center field. Steven, who is your pick for MVP if you have one?
I mean, I'd go with Max Steinman or Ethan Porto. They're just so good on defense. It's rare that you give, MVP to a defensive player, but the defense was the most valuable part of the Santa Barbara County team.
As Franco makes a run for it, he's trying to find the end zone, and he slides to the ground at the 11, met by some defenders.
I tell you what, Kevin Franco is one of those guys I'm just such a fan of. He didn't get a lot of, acclamation or anything like that. He's still one of the toughest players on the Central Coast. I saw him play through a knee injury during the Mission Prep game. He's just such a force that wants to go out there and compete every down. I'm a huge fan of his, and I will sing his praises until the sun sets behind us, as it's going to any second from the feeling of it.
The North playing for honor, trying to get in the end zone. They keep stopping the clock. Only one timeout remains for San Luis Obispo County, 15.1 seconds. Franco with the offense, hands it off to Berna. Josh Berna trying to turn the corner, trying to get some blocks, and he is dragged down in the backfield, unable to go nowhere.
Number 6.
And North going to use their last timeout here. They're going to have to take a shot to the end zone. It's a running clock situation, so it doesn't matter if they run it or if they pass it. This is probably the last game or last play of this game. Really a tough situation. If you want to throw a fade route here, you want to get the ball into the hands of the players that have been trying to get you there and really reward them for the hard work that they put in so far in this game. It's a tough call for those coaches, but it's why they're the coaches over there and I'm up here.
Okay, so no time on the clock. Defensive penalty.
It doesn't stop on you can end the game on a defensive penalty on a running clock situation.
Okay.
I watched it. If there's any place where you can bring out the running clock situation, it's at Huyck Stadium. I saw quite a few running clocks here.
Give that credit to Andrew Jones and all his Lompoc Braves teams. Excuse me. Getting the shivers here. New quarterback in. Shake and bake. And that's going to end the game. Our final score, 46-0. Northern Santa Barbara County pitches the shutout, handing Santa Luis Obispo County the goose egg here at the 10th annual Central Coast FCA All-Star Classic, or as I've dubbed it, extravaganza. Let's go ahead and I want to set my mic down here and see if we can pick up some crowd noise. And unless you want to talk about some stuff right now, Steven?
I mean, I'll just wrap it up by saying what a great showing by Santa Barbara County. We knew coming into this game that Santa Barbara County was heavily favored. You got both the Mountain League and the Mountain League runner-ups, Mountain League champs and Mountain League champ runner-ups on the same team. And then you've also got all of the Channel League players that had a fantastic year. Both Lompoc and San Ynez had great years. No surprise that these amazing athletes came out and put on a show for the FCA All-Star Game and Football Classic. And despite a few rough patches, it seems like there's a lot of smiles down there on both sides. So I'm extremely proud of this year and really happy to be here to watch it.
Yeah, I'd just like to say much respect to the players, even though things got physical out there and some players took some hard hits. Everybody maintained their composure, and this game ended in a lovely fashion with teams shaking hands at midfield. And I hate to throw it back to 2 years ago, the last time this game was played in the North, but the game ended in a different result. And now we're going to go to midfield as they do some presentations. Here is Luke Lamas of Central Coast FCA.
Right here. That's fine. This is fine.
All right.
Slow County, come on over. We give away the awards for the game. Great effort tonight. Proud of you guys. One more time, congratulations, Santa Barbara County. Great game. Slow County, great effort. You guys worked hard tonight. Okay, so one of the fun parts of the game is to give away these awards at the end. We've got a great group of part of our committee that watch the game, every play, look at the stats to come up with these awards. I think they might still be finishing them up. All right, so they're finishing up the awards. Obviously, the game just ended, so we'll wrap it up. Let's do our group photo real quick. If we can kind of group in real quick, we're going to take a photo. Hold on. Let's go, Bobby. Group up, group up.
Thanks for your time here, you guys. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
What's that?
Watch whenever you want. In which case you're not going to watch it again.
All right, you guys. So first award that we got for tonight is San Luis Obispo County Defensive Player of the Game from Paso Robles High School, Jacob Lambeth. Come on up, bud. All right, great job. For the Santa Barbara County Defensive Player of the Game. Okay, Offensive Player of the Game for San Luis Obispo County, Templeton High School, Josh Berna. Come on up, bud. All right. Here we go, Santa Barbara County. All right, Defensive Player of the Game is St. Joseph High School, Jace Gamble. Come on up. All right, and Offensive Player of the Game, Santa Barbara County, with 118 yards rushing, 1 touchdown, Kadasi from Rigetti High School. Okay. And finally, you guys, the MVP, with 131 yards passing and 4 touchdowns from San Ynez High School, our most valuable player for the 2021 FCA All-Star Football Classic, Ben Riddell. All right, great job. All right, you guys. Hey, fans, one more time, can we put our hands together for these young men? Put out a great performance today. So guys, I know emotions are high. It was a hard-fought game today, but the game is now over. And as we've talked about all week, and as we talked about earlier today, now is the next season of life. The next journey and adventure is ahead as you guys become young men who go on to pursue your career, your education.